in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat.
Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travelers said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy middle of the week, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, welcome to Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hope it's a good one for you. You sound excited.
I can always tell when I snore,
Yeah?
if that makes sense.
Do you snore sometimes?
I
and not
only
snore
snore
other
on
times?
occasion.
All
This
right.
is really going to sink in the craw of Dr. Sarah Usher over at Carabelli Dental. She's like, we need an oral appliance. But I can tell when I snore. It's when I sleep on my back, and when I wake up, my adenoids in the back of my, the top of my mouth or back of my nose are swole up.
Ah,
Yeah.
it's another swole today.
Which means I basically spent most of the night just going. So yeah, I'm sore this morning. The thing I use to make my money is sore this morning.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So do you like drink
This is
hot
like
tea or
an
something?
athletic injury. It's just a hot beverage.
Ah,
Have to loosen it up.
there you go. Well, do your stretching and exercise.
Yeah, exactly. This is what we do to get warmed up in the morning, folks. You guys go work out or whatever. This is what we do. Hot beverages, lemon. Just gotta keep the moneymaker good.
I guess did our boss never hear the term whatnot?
Whatnot?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I sent a text earlier and I used the word whatnot in it, and he kind of liked and laughed at the word whatnot. And I use that word whatnot.
Whatnot. That's pretty good.
I use that word all the time. Is that a weird word?
No, not at all.
Oh.
I use it consistently myself.
Okay.
I didn't even know.
I just didn't. I
had no idea.
Sometimes I say things and people look at me like I'm weird, and I'm like, "What is that? Not things people say?"
Gene's not a good gauge for what's weird. I'm just gonna put it like that.
Okay.
Knowing that he can go back at any point in time at his leisure and listen to this show in its entirety at ksvptv.com or on our Facebook page, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
But I just because I know I say words that a lot of people don't just use every day sometimes. Just,
Dude, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
My friends constantly point out the fact that I use terms like lollygag.
Yeah.
Or I call it keister, I've done that consistently for a half decade, called a keister.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun word.
That's part of it. It's just fun to say these words.
I talk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So when in that, I want to have as much fun with my phraseology as I can.
There you go.
So,
I like it.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody the other day that was like, he admires alliterations. And I'm the same way, I like working on rhyme and alliteration and playing with my words.
There you go.
So, whatnot and whatnot.
And whatnot. Or what have you. But, I just was checking because I was like,
No,
maybe people don't say whatnot very often.
If that's not like a thing, then that's news to me because I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I think it's just a replay.
He just goes, stop talking about me. I can hear everything you say.
I hear you. But
Hey, Maggie. What? The devil. What? The devil is everywhere.
whatnot.
Whatnot.
Oh man. Well, I guess I guess they learned nothing in the Pennsylvania primary. They're still too close to call. Everyone kept talking about that.
Too close to call.
Yeah,
It's fun.
So
Speaking of fun phraseology, too close to call.
Yeah.
It is. TCTC. I like it.
Should be on a T-shirt.
It should. It's a lot in one sentence because not only is it TCTC, but it's also you're using 2 of the 3 versions of the word "to."
Yeah.
So it's sort of like an English lesson, all crammed into one sentence.
There you go.
4 words, English.
And if that's
Gotta
not
love it.
fun, I don't know what
It's
is.
fantastic. I can't get this bell to work half the time when I hit it intentionally. I tapped it with my pinky and got the best ring I've ever gotten.
Maybe that's it.
Dang
maybe,
it.
Maybe it likes it
But
gentle.
I couldn't replicate it again if I wanted to.
It likes it gentle.
Yeah, that's what it is. It just likes a light fingering.
You just got to be nice to it.
There you go. Pounding the crap out of the thing. It just wants a light touch.
Just a little subtlety.
Treat it like a lady.
And it'll treat you well. But
Too light and it just doesn't respond.
yeah,
So there's a real finesse level there.
there's a little sweet spot.
Yeah.
There, right in there.
There's a sweet spot.
You just got to hit the sweet spot.
Phrasing.
Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're
Yes.
having a good one so far. We do have a full slate for you today. We're scheduled to have John from Oasis Computers join us here in just a little bit. He comes by once a month and talks tech with us.
Mm-hmm.
In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, Elaine Mayfield with Leadership Roswell Alumni Association going to join us. Remember we had her on about a month ago asking for nominations for their leadership awards.
You remember?
Remember when? Like, remember that time? But we got that part. It's in and done.
Nice.
But now they got a banquet coming up
Yes.
in June, and so we'd like to invite people out to come be a part of it. So Elaine will join us here in a little bit, or in the 8 o'clock hour. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, Andrea Moore with the Roswell Chamber will join us and give us an update on what's happening at the Chamber. And I believe she's going to bring another Chamber member with us
Nice.
to spotlight this morning as well, too. So
Very good.
and, of course, we'll do all of your features that include the news, local, national, Hannity updates, Commando updates, all that other stuff, too. So that's what we got going on.
There it is.
All in a nutshell.
We limp across the line on this Wednesday morning. We bring you what we can, and it's not that much.
I didn't really... What did I do yesterday? I really didn't do much of nothing yesterday.
I went home, ate the rest of the catfish I had for lunch.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, and then just got lost online. I've been taking myself down a wormhole that I can't really discuss on the radio, you know, for the safety of my family and myself. Of a certain religious sect. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
And so it was just sort of a lot of that actually, believe it or not, I ended up in the parking lot of the place.
Really?
Yeah, they were having a service. And I was just kind of like, I was out driving. I had to run an errand, and I passed by the place, and they were having a service. I'm like, I'm just gonna pull in the parking lot for a minute, just kind of scope it out a bit. Get a feel
Man,
for the
you get
place.
wrapped up in your
It was weird,
in your
dude.
videos, man.
I tucked myself away because my car's. It's clearly I can't spy ever with my car.
Yeah.
It's pretty conspicuous, but it's also easy to tuck. And there's a lot of big trucks in this town, so I sort of tucked myself behind a big truck and just kind of observed. People watched for a minute, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
How
fun.
was that?
It was fun.
Oh, good.
And then I've got nervous and I backed out and just left.
See, I get what you're, because I've had that happen to me.
Really?
Or not like this.
Okay.
But like I'm kind of a mark for sometimes the crime drama documentaries
Sure.
on like Netflix or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And you get wrapped up into the stories and everything. It sounds like that's what has happened to you.
It almost feels like, okay, if I can put it
To a point where you're driving around town.
This is going to be like a weird comparison to make, but it's kind of like if you see a location in Breaking Bad that you know, and you're like, I've been there. It's kind of like that.
Gotcha.
To a much lesser extent, but also to a much greater, I just want to see what's going on over here extent.
See, like right now, on HBO Max,
Right.
there is a drama series that it's episodic that they're in the middle of right now called The Staircase. And it is based on a true story. It's events based on true events that took place
Sure.
in I think late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in that ballpark. But it actually got famous. The case did because a documentary was made about it really during the whole court process called The Staircase. And you can watch it on Netflix and all that. So it got a run on Netflix, and now this story's got, and so HBO Max turned it into a dramatic.
Okay.
It's the same story, but they gave it a.
It's the actual story being told on Netflix, but it's their dramatic retelling on HBO Max.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Colin Firth is the main guy in it. But the premise of the show, or the case, is a gentleman married to his wife happily, all's well and good, and she dies falling down the stairs.
Okay.
That's his story.
But is she pushed, or did she?
Well, and that's the whole murder case, and it goes into a whole, and then of course things unravel in the case. Things that turns out he's not like this. Like he's caught lying, and another thing turns out he's bisexual, and he has affairs with dudes, and there's a whole
fellas. If you're
thing.
If you're into weird stuff, you better hope that your wife doesn't die falling down a staircase, because.
And that's what it is. It's like, okay,
he's got a lot to hide. Could he have done this?
Is this a series of unfortunate events,
Sure.
or is he covering something up? And that's where it really gets interesting. And now the staircase, I will tell you this: the documentary, it was put in together by permission of the person,
Sure.
the husband here, the family, because the family split on this. Some side with the wife, some But
I'd imagine, yeah.
So. In all fairness, I think the documentary, and I'm guessing the way the HBO thing's going to go, I'm about halfway through it, will lean heavily towards he's innocent because the French documentary people that did this back when the case was going on, they followed them around, they followed the family around, so you're getting more of that point of view.
Okay.
So I'm not saying
so it seems
that's
like
right or wrong. I'm just saying it's slanted towards the
that
defense.
he was the one who probably at least signed off on this being a story.
So they're painting it like it truly is an accident, and maybe it is. I mean, I'm just telling you, it's I'm sure if there was a version done by the other side of the family,
right,
it would not look like the staircase we know.
I'll bet you this
documentary.
I'll bet you money that family lives in one-story homes for the rest of their lives.
Well, and that's the weird part. Like, somebody else in this man's history died falling down the steps like 20 years earlier, 10 years. It's a whole thing.
Wow.
And like his daughters are adopted from this very thing.
So he's a serial staircasist.
Well, I'm
gonna have to check this out.
It's a lot of weird evidence that I don't know. It's like, okay, maybe it is all of that. Like there's an explanation to everything, but it's like, man, there's a lot of weirdness going on.
I really hope that the people around me don't die in odd ways. Because here's the thing: if anybody in my circle dies in a weird way, I'm gonna be the first person they look at because I'm the weird one.
Right.
I'm the one that eats Braunschweiger, onion, and mustard in my trailer by myself. I'm gonna be the one that's looked at, implicated for this.
Right. Well,
that's why I hope my friends are very safe.
Well, as long as you don't like murder somebody that's like, big liverwurst or something. Right. He likes Braunschweiger. That's the reason right there.
I'm heading up. I'm heading up to the tippy top. I'm taking out Big Braunschweiger.
Proof. All right, the 719. I should get cut for the staircase, man. If that's not a thing to go see, that I don't know what is. All right, 719. Let's take a look at your weather. I wish I had better news, but it's going to be hot today.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of heat coming our way for the next few days. We have high pressure parked over central and eastern New Mexico. That'll take us into the upper 90s for the afternoon high today with lots of sun. For the overnight hours, we're expecting clear skies. We'll cool off to about 60, right around the 100-degree mark for the afternoon high on Thursday, and sunny. We'll stay in the upper 90s and fair Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 72 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 14%. Winds currently out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour. We do have a fire weather watch that's going to kick in at, is that today or tomorrow? That's actually for tomorrow, May 19th, beginning 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So, sorry, I'm a day ahead of myself on that. But it's still going to be hot and all of that today. They're talking areas of smoke. Could see some of that from those fires this morning. Sunny and hot for the day with a high of 98. North winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. I think that's a little better. I think they calmed down because I almost got, if I remember right, weren't they calling for like highs of like 102 or 103 or not that 98's like cool, but sounds a lot nicer than 102, 103. But anyway, it's going to be like near 100 today. Mostly clear tonight with an overnight low of 62. South winds at around 10 miles per hour. Thursday, more hot, sunny, hot, high of 101. South winds 5 to 10 in the morning. Out of the southwest, 15 to 20 for tomorrow afternoon. Clear skies Thursday night with an overnight low of 64 degrees. Southwest winds 15 to 20, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Those winds will drop down 10 to 15 miles per hour after midnight. Friday, sunny, 99 for a high. Southwest winds at 5 to 10 early, 15 to 20 for the afternoon. And then cooler for your weekend. Downright pleasant, perhaps, for your weekend. Saturday, sunny skies, a high of 83. Yeah, low 80s on Saturday. That's going to be delightful. Can't wait. And then Sunday, more of the same, mostly sunny, high of 84. So gorgeous weekend, sounds like. Hopefully the winds, they're not talking about winds. So I think hopefully this is all good. And then Monday, we're looking at a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms with a high of 91. So we're seeing a bit of a respite here this weekend. So get a couple more days of the hot, windy, and maybe just a little bit more pleasant weather for the weekend here. So knocking on some wood there. All right, it is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to take a commercial break. Haven't seen John from Oasis. We'll give him a few minutes. If not, we'll play a backup interview or something. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Hi, this is Kevin Ray from my friends at Sun State Technology Group. There are no timeouts in business, and with the game getting more challenging than ever, it's time to make the play for better, more reliable technology. Sun State Tech is your local IT solutions company that provides protection and upgrades to keep your business at the top of its game. Managed IT services, cybersecurity, and more are delivered by the home team experts at Sun State Tech. Visit sunstatetech.com today for your free, no obligation technology checkup.
Spin the wheel and save during the Wheels of Fortune savings event at Roswell Nissan, with prices slashed across the lot so you can spin a new set of wheels this summer. Like a 2018 Ford Escape priced under 17 grand, a 2016 Jeep Cherokee priced under 16 grand, or a 2012 Infiniti G37 under 15 grand. Get a trip to Vegas and spin the wheel to win just for stopping by. A Home Depot gift card with a test drive and a toolkit or grilling kit with any purchase. Spin in and save this month at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd. Hunting season's here again, and LGS Guns and Ammo is stocked up for your next hunt with everything you need. The draw results for New Mexico are in. Put that hunting, fishing, or trapping license of yours to good use and get to LGS Guns and Ammo for the hunting gear you need. Rifles, ammo, scopes, optics, binoculars, and so much more. From brands you know, like Ruger, Sulky, Vortex, and Burris Optics. Right now, take 10% off all firearms, 15% off accessories, and 15% off all Liberty safes. Do hunting season right with LGS Guns and Ammo, across from Target in Roswell and at 109 North El Paso in Hobbs.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests, and they offer answers and solutions when you need them most. Protect your home, your children, and your pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Let Bob Reed Pest Control and their fully licensed professionals start working for you and your family today. Call 623-5344, serving all of southeastern New Mexico. Find them fast in names and numbers.
At Central Valley Electric Cooperative, we recognize Electrical Safety Month every May, but we also know the importance of practicing safety year-round. Electricity is an important part of modern life, and CVE would like to share a few safety tips. Keep an eye out for overhead power lines when moving ladders or working on your roof. Replace appliances, chargers, or extension cords that have damaged or frayed cords, and avoid overloading electrical outlets. Central Valley Electric Cooperative reminds you to make electrical safety a priority this month and every month. Month.
From the mountains to the lakes and even the beaches, America is calling, and the best way for your family to see it is in an updated vehicle from your friends at the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford has southeastern New Mexico's largest inventory of really nice pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. These are vehicles you can count on to carry your family safely and comfortably from sea to shining sea. All have survived a rigorous 139-point inspection, and Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee. So if you find something you don't like, you can just bring it back. Roswell Ford is always looking for gently used cars and trucks. If you have one you want to sell, we'll make you a cash offer on the spot, and we'll give you a week to think about it. So get your motor running and head on out to the highway. Vacation season is here, and your friends at the Tailgate Nation have the vehicle you need to see the sights and do it right. Your new vacation vehicle is waiting for you now at Roswell Ford at the corner of 9th and Main.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. A group of 12 or more cows is called a flink. If you have only 11 cows, that's called a lot of cow pies. Here's Mike Winters.
It sure is. Good morning. It is 7:26. I have not seen John from Oasis yet. We'll give him another minute or two, but in place of that, we're going to play an interview here in a minute if John doesn't show up in the next few minutes. Donna Aracion joined us yesterday from Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell. Of course, they just had summer graduation for the spring here. They're gearing up for summer and signed up for fall semester as well, too. So we'll play that update for you here in just a minute. Of course, they got some summer camps coming up, too, like their Scrubs camp and stuff for kids. So we talk all about that with Donna. So we'll play that for you here in just a minute. But I do want to remind people, today is the last day to take advantage of the Explore 15 code for families that would like to have children participate in this year's Camp Invention, which is going to be taking place June 6th through June 10th. At First United Methodist Church there at 200 North Pennsylvania. That's a week-long summer day camp for kids entering kindergarten through 6th grade, and it's a week of fun STEM projects, things like that. They do 4 different modules with these all fun, different, all themes, some based on, robotics and physics and biology, others little STEAM, a little the art side as well, too. But there is a deadline for today. You could save $15 on the total cost of the camp by entering Explore 15 code in at invent.org/camp. But you got to use that code before today. Cost for the camp is $255 total per child. However, if you use that code today, it ends today. Explore 15, you could save $15 there. Now, if you need a bigger discount, we can get you there. Peggy Bolin, who runs the camp, is offering partial discounts for folks in need. All you need to do is call her direct. Don't go through the website. Call her direct, 575-420-9955. Again, that's 575-420-9955, and she can help you with a bigger partial discount. But if $25 you're like, or $15, like, hey, yeah, something I'd like to do, go Explore 15, use that code at invent.org/camp today. But today's the last day to take advantage of that. All right, it is 28 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's go ahead and play an interview we had yesterday. Donna Aracion with ENMU Roswell joined us, and we chatted about, a bunch of stuff, getting ready for summer, fall, summer camps, things, all that. So here's our interview with Donna from ENMUR. Enjoy. And joining us in studio this morning, it's still nice to say that, Donna Aracion back with us with Eastern New Mexico University Roswell. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Doing okay. How about you?
Good. I imagine camp is probably hopping right now.
Well,
getting ready for graduation.
No, we finished graduation.
We're getting ready for summer semester.
Yes.
So it really is, a time where it's a lot of influx at the moment at the campus.
We concluded our semester on Friday night. Officially, we had our 77th commencement ceremony.
Awesome. Good
deal.
That
was nice at the Civic Center. And then on Thursday night, we had our adult education graduation, which is for the GED and HiSET completers. So we had great ceremonies. For
summer
both.
ones are your bigger graduations too, right? Generally, more people graduate in May than they do in the fall, winter,
December.
Yeah.
Right. We do have 2 graduations a year, of course, including adult ed in the spring, but our May graduation is our largest one.
Awesome.
And it was nice because a lot of those students who graduated Friday night had started during 2020.
These are COVID.
So they were
COVID grads.
Yeah. So they had even more challenges to complete their programs, and some will complete actually finish in the summer, but we often let them walk in the spring ceremony because we don't have a summer graduation.
Right, and we all want to give them a chance to walk, and if they're they got to take one more class right after that to do that, then no biggie.
Sure. Yeah. So they had a lot of obstacles to overcome, and our speaker was one of them. Her name was Antoinette Gibson, and she was an OTA, occupational therapy graduate, a mother, 35 years old, and again, really wanted to make a change in her life and decided on the occupational therapy program. And she was already interviewing for jobs and really excited and doing something that she really loves.
That's all. That's great to hear. I know a lot of times when you do have your commencement speaker, generally it's usually a person like that, because obviously, when we talk about ENMUR, it's a community college for the community. It's one that's built to work around the community's needs, and so a lot of your graduates aren't necessarily the ones that for lack of a better term, go the traditional path.
Yes,
and
exactly.
So a lot of them are maybe folks that picked up secondary school, not right out of high school, but after they've lived life a little bit here and things. So it's great to see every year, you guys have someone who came in those shoes that said, life, or maybe I had a family first before I did, or whatever, whatever life happens to kind of delay that. But and it's always the proof's in the pudding. It's no matter where you are in life, if you're looking to do better and to upgrade your education, there's opportunities and people and the ability to do it. And there's proof by this person right there.
Yes, so. And Joshua Bay, who was our adult education speaker, similar. He is an older student who wants to complete a business degree and own his own restaurant. So he completed his high set and is moving on with that. So just a lot of great stories. All of our students have wonderful stories, both traditional, non-traditional. So we were happy to have that completion of that.
Now get to work.
And now get to work, find a job, contribute to your community.
There you go.
So we do have, though, of course, ongoing registration for summer and
Now's
fall
the time.
classes.
Yeah.
And our summer, again, is a smaller schedule. It's more of a compressed series of classes. But
it's a great option for some.
It's a great chance to maybe just, get one class out of the way, take an online class, or just take one class if you're not sure. If you want to go back to college, it's just a great little introduction. If you're a little disciplined. And again, it goes from June 6th to the end of July. So it's not a huge, it's 2 months.
I think it might be a good idea, again, if you're disciplined, but maybe there's like one class you're kind of like, wow, this is not my favorite subject and everything. But I mean, if you're disciplined and going to study, but in essence, you're like, well, I'll take it during the summer, and it's in essence a little bit shorter. So I mean,
it is.
I mean, but that doesn't, what I'm saying is if you're like, well, that's not my favorite subject, but I need to graduate, so let me do it during the summer. And that might be another thing where maybe you have a full class load during the fall, but there's a class you really need to focus in on. Mm-hmm. Maybe take it during the summer if it's available.
Exactly.
That way you can devote more time to that class.
Right. So, it's just an opportunity to try it out if you're not sure. Also, if just a program that you want to explore, that sort of thing. So, so again,
dip a toe.
It's again, we don't have a large selection of courses in the summer, but it is an option for students. And then, of course, you can also talk to an advisor anytime now, and also get ready for the fall semester.
Absolutely, and don't forget, you can sign up for fall now too.
Yes, starts August 6th, August 15th. We start. So talk to an advisor, come out for a tour. Again, we don't have any classes in session right now.
Sure.
A lot of our faculty are off campus, but so you won't maybe see or meet some people if you come for a tour right now, but you can get a general idea.
You can get an idea
about
the lay of the land and where everything's at, and learn about what amenities and facilities are available to you at the campus there.
And so we've also got a couple of camps coming up this summer for
it's nice that you can do these
students.
again.
We're opening up even more for the summer than last summer.
Good.
Of course, our pool will be open May 28th.
A lot of people will be very happy to hear that.
We're getting the pool ready. We drained it and have cleaned it and replaced the filters and now adding the chemicals and getting it all situated for that.
Are they back to booking private parties again?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yes. So we have those already being booked.
Pro tip. I don't care how far out in advance.
They book
early.
pretty quick.
So if you want to do something later this summer or something there, now's the time to book it. Don't wait till June, July. You're going to be left out in the cold.
We really fill up with the dates for our parties.
But glad to see that's back again.
Yes. So again, you can call 624-7250 and talk to Frances, and she can arrange that for you.
Perfect.
We have a Scrubs camp coming up. We did this in 2019.
Yeah. And COVID caused a little break on that one.
Yeah, so we didn't do it in 20 or 21, but it's June 9th. It's one day from 8 to 4:30, and it's in our Health Science Center. So it's for 10th grade through entering 12th grade students.
Excellent.
That's interactive day exploring all the health careers we offer: emergency medical services, nursing, occupational therapy, respiratory therapy, medical assisting, nursing assisting, phlebotomy, and pharmacy technician.
Yeah.
It's $10 a student. That includes lunch and a T-shirt, so great deal.
Yeah.
And if you just want to introduce yourself to health careers or think that's might be a career, though it seems young, but 10th through 12th grade, you're still deciding and exploring.
Sure. But you get to learn what these jobs do, and really you get to learn how they all interact with each other too. How emergency works with the hospital, how the pharmacy works with the the various doctors and patients and staff.
Exactly.
So you kind of learn not only what each job does, but its role in the big picture and everything else. Too.
Right. So it's June 9th, and if you're interested, you can go on our website. We have a flyer up there, and you just click on the link, and there's an application form that you can get to. Then if you do have questions, you can call 624-7468.
Excellent.
For that. And then we also have an art camp coming up.
Cool.
With our art instructor, Bailey Call, and that will be from July 18th through 22nd. And then there's two sections of this, one for younger students from 9 to 12 that day, or that week, and that's from kindergarten through 5th grade. And then the end of the day from 2 to 5 p.m., that's for the 6th through 12th graders.
Okay, for your older kids.
For your older students. And so there's about 25 limit for each of those sections. It is $100 per student.
Okay.
But that does include all of your art supplies, all of your projects.
And I'm sure they take home projects and things,
and we have
too.
snacks and things like that. So it's just a nice experience, and it is for a full week. And
that should be a lot of fun.
18th through 22nd.
I imagine the younger ones, you want to expose them to see if this is something they're into, and then for probably your older kids, they probably already have established that they're into art. Now they can learn new techniques or learn new avenues or way to express those arts.
Right, and Bailey's great with our students. She's so creative, and she's done great things just with our current art students on campus.
Cool.
And then the theme of this camp is circus, so the circus theme, and so
nice. Lots
who knows
of colors,
what that means?
lots
Colors,
of animals,
elephants,
and
clowns. Who knows? So, again, if you're interested in that, we do have a flyer on our website, or you can call Bailey. She is at 979-676-1213. And again, this is all on our website at roswell.enmu.edu.
Perfect. Excellent.
And then we've mentioned this before. We do have Kids College coming back, and that's the end of July, the 25th through the 29th. And a lot of the courses do center around Legos. And again, it's from the youngest age is 4. The oldest is 13.
Okay.
So we have information on our website as well. So we have Lego Science and Technology, Lego Mania, Lego Expert, Lego Designer, and then a Survival Tactics course.
Cool. With Legos?
No, this one doesn't include Legos. Yeah, this is how you build a shelter with Legos.
That could be useful.
Right.
Might be a little time consuming.
Might be time consuming. Yeah, carry your Legos on your trip. No, this is learning 4 basic survival skills for shelter, water, fire, and food.
Okay, cool.
And then it's designed for kids who like to play and work outside.
Nice.
So get them away from those iPads and the screens.
Absolutely.
And get them out and
then
learn
who knows,
how to survive.
if it turns out they like that stuff, maybe turn them on to scouting and things like that for both the boys and the girls.
Right.
They love
There's
stuff.
so much to do. So again, to register, you can call Vicki Thomas. She's at 624-7164. And then again, we have this posted on our website as well. So just some opportunities for students of all ages to come out to campus and see what we're about, and just enjoy some fun activities that maybe we'll spark their imagination, their
Absolutely.
creativity, their problem-solving skills.
Getting them to find their passions and find
Yes.
what they love.
Teamwork.
And pursuing that and learning about our community and everything else.
Exactly.
And hopefully you're listening to Donna here with all this stuff. There's so many opportunities out at the college campus there, whether you're a student or not, really. It you know, there's so many things, all these activities and stuff are for the public. They're not just for students at the campus
Right.
there.
We are a public, open access community college, open to everyone.
And then don't forget, if maybe use this summer, if you're, I'm not pursuing a degree or something, maybe you're retired and you're thinking, I want to take a physical education class or something, or maybe I want to take an art class. I'm retired now. I always want to learn ceramics, or I always wanted to learn, or maybe something more. You know what? I stunk at math as a kid. I'm retired now. I want to brush up on my math, or perhaps I want to pursue a hobby or another second career, and I need some of these skill sets. So take a class. You don't have to take.
We have history. That's something that we all need to know more about, so we don't repeat the bad things in history. But again, if you just go on our website and click on the class schedule, and you click the term, which is summer or fall, just scroll through and see if anything interests you. See if there's something that sticks out and say, wow, I think I might be interested in taking that class.
And trust me, it's like your social game. Like maybe like you said, you're living alone, senior, and you're kind of thinking, I want to get out and get,
just
campus life might help
people.
you to that. Next you know, you're in a study group and you're meeting a couple nights a week and hanging out, or or now you got a social circle. Next you know, you're going to have have drinks or have dinner after class or something like that.
Yeah, it's just such a great opportunity to meet new people and gain new interests and just explore what you're capable of.
Yeah. And I would imagine too, if there's folks that are like wanting to see things out there, reach out to the campus. It's I know Dr. Powell and all of the staff there, it's the curriculum, everything, it's constantly evolving and changing to meet the needs of the community.
Yes, we are always looking at our programming.
Yeah.
For sure.
So if there's things that maybe you'd like to see the campus take up more and things, obviously you just don't walk in there and say, I wish you guys had a Tiddlywinks class, and next thing you know, it's a Tiddlywinks class. Doesn't work that way. But if you get enough people are going, Tiddlywinks is going to be a great thing. Guess what? We're going to have a Tiddlywinks club, and but that's how we do it. Is the community inputs and all that.
And we are always seeking feedback from the community. In fact, we've had some strategic planning meetings with the Artesia Chamber, with the Economic Development Corporation. We're meeting with the Roswell Chamber members on June 1st. So we're really trying to interact with the community and see what things they need from us and what we can learn from them, and how we're perceived in the community and how we can better support the community.
And absolutely, if you're a business industry, that world, they'd love to partner with that and seeing. So, you guys are constantly talking with our kind of tentpole industries in the region, but also your smaller businesses as well too, and seeing what are your needs. The whole automotive side with Crumlin and that partnership, that's all spawned from those business and relationships with the community. All that happened because of that.
Exactly.
And there's more opportunities for that type of thing throughout the campus.
And one other opportunity, if you're interested in being involved in governance of our campus with our community college board, Ralph Frescus, one of our longtime board members, retired from the board.
Okay.
And so we do have an open position for District 4.
Okay.
And that basically covers the south side of Roswell, around Roswell High School vicinity.
Okay.
And District 4 encompasses the same boundaries as the County Commission District 4.
Okay.
But if you're interested in applying for that, our college board will consider all applications from that district.
Is there any bare minimum requirements to that?
You just need to be at least 21 years of age, a qualified elector, and a resident of District 4. And then if you're not sure if you're in District 4, you can call the county clerk's office at 624-6614.
Yeah, they got the maps online.
Yeah, and just give me your address and say, I'm interested in the board. I just want to confirm that I'm in District 4. Give them your address, and they will say yes or no, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And the deadline to apply, we've had this out for a while. We didn't receive any applications, so we've extended the deadline to June 3rd at noon.
Okay.
So again, if you are interested, you submit a letter of interest and a resume, including your address, so we can confirm you're in District 4, and that's to the president's office at ENMU Roswell.
Perfect.
And if you have any questions, you can contact Dina Jenks and she's at 624-7345 on campus. But again, we really are serving the community, so we want a good community college board member to complete Ralph Frescus's term, and that will go through the end of 2023.
Okay.
So,
and then do they get elected after that, or
and then they would
or how does that?
Then they would have to run for election.
Gotcha.
If they're interested in
sure,
in
if they want to
continuing.
continue it.
But for now, they would just be appointed, and the board would vote on them, and then they would serve on the board.
Perfect.
So,
Very good. So if you're interested, reach
they meet
out.
monthly during the academic year. Generally, they don't meet in July and August, but they meet once a month, unless there's a need for a special meeting, that sort of thing.
Sure, as needed.
And then, of course, now our meetings are mainly in person on campus in our administration center.
Good.
So for a
Starting to get-
while, we did
Sure, it was all
just
virtual.
Teams meetings, we did telephone meetings, and but we're all back to in-person meetings.
Good.
Crossing our fingers.
That's
that
nice.
continues.
Hopefully, it stays that way.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Well, it's
So-
glad to hear that.
So
And-
yeah, so if you're interested, again, we are really actively seeking a new community college board member.
Okay.
So if someone's not in District 4, but they know of somebody, and you're listening to this, say, hey, I hear that ENMU Roswell's looking for a board member.
Yeah.
You know, we're looking for somebody that's willing to serve and take an active role.
Absolutely, yeah. Obviously, we want someone that has an interest in making, doing good for the college.
Doing good for the college,
and,
yes.
and offering and supporting and creating programs
Right.
and being a part of all the business and direction that the campus goes through in the next 20 years or whatever your
Yes.
your role is on that board
Yes,
there. So.
exactly. So
Awesome.
it's a 5-member board, so every board member really gets to have an active part in the governance of our campus.
Perfect. Very good. Anything else we want to get on there? Or
No,
we
I don't. I can't think of anything at the moment.
Of course,
but,
if you missed any of the information we talked about here, you can find all of it on the ENMUR's website,
Yes.
roswell.enmu.edu. I highly recommend you like and follow ENMU Roswell on Facebook.
Yes, we
what
try
other
and keep-
social media? Do you guys do Instagram?
We do have
or-
Instagram as
Okay.
well, and
I didn't know which ones you're
LinkedIn.
active on, and I'm a Facebook user, so
Yeah,
that's
I know. And so we probably post more on Facebook than we do on Instagram, but
Okay.
but we're trying to keep both platforms active. And,
Gotcha.
and some on LinkedIn as well.
Good deal. But try to like and follow that. That way you can any additions, changes, and of course from time to time, you'll have different like your fireside chats and things with the president or
Right.
various other department heads talking about opportunities on campus and all of that. You get at your fingertips if you like and follow. That way it's there whenever
Right.
you get on. So.
And I did want to mention we did open our new KENW TV
Yeah,
studio
the
on
big grand
campus.
opening
We
a
had
couple
that
weeks ago here.
in honor of David Gonzalez. We've named that in his honor. So we'll be doing more with that studio, and so there's more to come on that. We'll be able to bring students here from Portales or have our own students use the studio to do some short productions or
Nice.
interviews. And I know the community will probably want to use that studio as
Very
well.
cool.
So
Yeah.
we'll
Is,
be getting more information out about that.
Is there talks, and I know it's early, but is there talks where KEN or KNEW, the PBS station?
KENW,
I always
yes.
get call letters off. But are they gonna at some point? Is there plans for them to create some original content, like maybe a show out of that studio at some point?
Yes, possibly.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Very
we have
cool.
a person from Portales, one of their engineers, who's assigned to our Roswell campus, and so he will be assisting us with all of the things that need to be done. They're still outfitting the studio with a few set pieces
Sure.
and things like that, but
Putting technology in.
Yeah, everything will of course have to go through the station in Portales
Gotcha.
and come back. But
That's pretty cool,
But it's
though.
really exciting to have that on our campus.
Yeah.
And so we're looking forward to all the things that can bring to get more
Absolutely.
information and more news and more just awareness of things
Absolutely.
in the community. And
Very cool.
what
I love
the
that
campus
that's
is
there.
about.
There's a lot of
Yes.
potential for some
There
really cool
is
stuff
a lot
there.
of potential.
Yeah.
So we were really appreciative of ENMU and KENW TV staff.
Related but not related. By the way, if you go check out Julia on HBO Max, I've been watching it.
You mentioned that the last time.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course. The reason I mention is because that's PBS Julia
Right.
Child
Right.
show. But yeah, HBO Max has been doing and I think they're not. I don't think they've shown. You know what? They've shown the whole first season is up there right now.
Okay.
And I just finished watching that, and it's really good. It was.
I've heard it's good. I
yeah.
just don't have HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Well, Find a friend and steal their
Right.
password.
You're not supposed to say that.
I'm not, but don't do that, but do that.
I said it, but I didn't say it.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing to see here. Moving on.
Moving on.
But again, and don't forget social media, and then roswell.enmu.edu,
Yes.
and you can
So
go there to
we'd
the
love
website.
to see you on campus. And again, hopefully we'll have some students out there signing up for these camps that we have coming up.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, ma'am. As
Thank
always,
you very much,
appreciate it. And we will see you here next time.
See you next time.
Awesome. Awesome. It is.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Sorello. An Alabama man is facing a murder charge here in Eddy County after his arrest Sunday night. Deputies responded to an oil field site along Longhorn Road, where they found Avery Weathers dead. Weathers had reportedly come from Louisiana. The gunman was identified as Tevin Morissette. Investigators said the pair had been together and drinking when the discussion turned to religion. An argument broke out. That turned physical. Then Morissette, police say, allegedly pulled a gun and shot Weathers. A Carlsbad man is accused of stealing 3 trained search and rescue dogs. Police say John Green broke into his ex-girlfriend's home, stole her car keys, and then took off in her vehicle. Police said Green allegedly took the dogs as retaliation against the woman. Green and the dogs have still not been found, and authorities believe the animals, one of which is pregnant, may be in danger. Green could still be driving the woman's maroon Ford Expedition. If you know anything, please call police immediately. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
Will he or won't he? Every day, speculation surrounding Elon Musk buying Twitter takes a new twist. And in the process, Musk is exposing Twitter's dirty little secret. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by ExpressVPN. Secure your online data and get an extra 3 months free at expressvpn.com/Kim. Here's an Associated Press headline. Doubts about spam could scuttle Twitter deal. What this means is Elon Musk is demanding Twitter prove its claim that 95% of all Twitter accounts are real. Musk tweeted yesterday Twitter CEO refused to show proof that only 5% of Twitter accounts are fake. Musk won't move forward with the deal until he does. And Musk is absolutely right. He's offering $45 billion for a company that claims to have 229 million users. But Musk believes 20%, that's 45 million accounts, are phony, run by bots. My take, the deal will happen, but not at $45 billion. I post breaking tech news 24/7 at commando.com. A Simply Safe customer, Terry, was recently away for the weekend at her daughter's wedding. The morning of the big day, she got a call from Simply Safe's 24/7 professional monitoring. Simply Safe had detected water in her basement just moments after the leak started. Time was critical. Even an inch of flooding can cause more than $25,000 in damages. After talking to Simply Safe, Terry called her neighbor, who quickly turned the water off. Protecting against floods is just one of the many reasons more than 4 million people trust their home protection to Simply Safe. With a comprehensive Simply Safe system and 24/7 professional monitoring, you can have someone always looking out for you, like Terry. Plans cost under $1 a day with no long-term contracts or hidden fees, ever. You can customize the perfect system for your home in a few minutes at simplysafekim.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring at simplysafekim.com. That's simplysafekim.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of heat coming our way for the next few days. We have high pressure parked over central and eastern New Mexico. That'll take us into the upper 90s for the afternoon high today with lots of sun. For the overnight hours, we're expecting clear skies. We'll cool off to about 60, right around the 100-degree mark for the afternoon high on Thursday, and sunny. We'll stay in the upper 90s and fair Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Hey, New Mexico. Experiencing issues keeping your office technology up to date with these crazy supply chain issues? Well, DSI is here to help. We've diversified our products and solutions to help your business not just survive, but thrive in any situation. Have your teams collaborate and share with high-def video walls and interactive smart panels. With free unlimited support, the fear of any new technology is a thing of the past. Contact DSI today to upgrade your workspace. www.dsinm.com. SportsReport.com.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. How about the Hagerman guys at the recent 2A Boys State Track and Field Championship? Dorian Galvan, a senior for Hagerman, was first in the 400 meters, second in the triple jump, and third overall in the 200 meters. And Sebastian Morales, well, what a meet for Sebastian. He's a senior for Hagerman. He was first in the 110-meter hurdles, first in the 300-meter hurdles, and he was first in the triple jump. Wow, second in the long jump. Hey, did I say he had a great meet? Javon Aguilar, a ninth grader for Hagerman, second in the 200 meters, third in the long jump, and the Hagerman guys took first place in both the 4x100 and 4x400 meter relay events. David Chacon Jr. was second in the shot put. The sports report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. The largest union for U.S. flight attendants threw its support Tuesday behind Frontier Airlines' proposal to buy Spirit Airlines after it reached a deal with Frontier on how to combine cabin crews at the two carriers. The Association of Flight Attendants, which represents crews at both airlines, said the agreement with Frontier covers job, seniority, and contract protections. The union said the deal bars Frontier and Spirit from merging their operations until a new contract is ratified by union members. A Mississippi man pleaded guilty Monday to a federal wire fraud charge for misusing more than $6 million in business loans through a pandemic relief program. Rather than use the money for his business, Christopher Paul Lick admitted using it for personal investments in the stock market and buying a home valued at more than $1 million. That's according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. Lick faces up to 30 years in prison. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
This is Luis Sanchez, your Republican candidate for Congress in New Mexico's 1st District. I grew up in Albuquerque in a small little trailer in the South Valley and was the first person in my family to go to college and live the American dream. I've worked in the medical field for 28 years and am one of the owners of Caliber's indoor shooting ranges. I'm running for Congress because I see that American dream slipping away from the next generation. Socialists like Melanie Stansbury and AOC have inflation out of control in this country, and we have the highest unemployment rate in the nation. And those radical socialists won't stop until our country is ruined. In Congress, I'll uphold our conservative values, fight for all of our freedoms, just like I did when the governor tried to shut down New Mexico's small businesses. I am asking for your vote early or on June 7th. I'll work hard to protect your constitutional rights, secure our elections, and fight for real immigration reform to secure our borders. It's time to take our state and country back. I'm Luis Sanchez, and I approve this message. Paid for by Sanchez for New Mexico.
The National Used Car Blowout is on at Roswell Honda with the deepest discounts yet. Like a 2017 Ford Escape for just $329 a month, a 2015 Honda CR-V for just $309 a month, or a 2013 Nissan Sentra for just $199 a month. Get a 12-pack of soda and a Mexican resort voucher just for stopping by, a grilling toolkit with a test drive, and a free portable grill with purchase. And join us May 21st for free food, stuff for the kids, and your chance to win a Char Griller Double Play 3-burner gas charcoal grill. On now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the New Mexico Army National Guard. Aired by the New Mexico Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you plug your nose, you can't tell the difference between an apple, potato, and an onion. Unless you open your eyes. Here's Mike Winters.
I'd like to try that one time, although I don't like apples. So I don't know. I think I'd tell. Maybe I get Sean and I do that test on me on the radio one day. We'll work on that. All right, it's closing at 8 o'clock. Town Hall News next. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Facing criticism that its actions have been too little too late, the Fed chief elaborating on what the central bank will do to rein in inflation.
Chairman Jerome Powell says the Federal Reserve is determined to hike short-term interest rates in order to help bring down prices. It's a high-stakes effort that carries the risk of causing an eventual recession. Powell told a Wall Street Journal conference that what we need to see is inflation coming down in a clear and convincing way. And he said, we're going to keep pushing until we see that. Greg Clugston, Washington.
It's a record for prices at the pump. For the first time, gas prices now averaging at least $4 a gallon in all of the 50 states. That according to the AAA. Still too close to call in Pennsylvania. Most of the votes have been counted. Dr. Mehmet Oz holding a slim lead over businessman David McCormick in the Republican Senate primary. Oz thanking one of his key backers.
President Trump, after he endorsed me, continued to lean into this race in Pennsylvania. He knows all the subtleties of it. He was willing to participate with teletown halls, which he advised that I do was a brilliant idea.
While McCormick tells supporters that he is feeling confident, even as things remain up in the air.
We had a pretty good day today. I want to thank you all so much for your support. For what's happened across Pennsylvania today. There's been a huge outpouring of support. We knew it. We felt it on the ground.
Thousands of mail-in ballots have yet to be tallied, and a recount does appear likely. On Wall Street this hour, stocks are down sharply. The Dow is off 443 points. The Nasdaq down 226. The S&P 68 points lower. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Are you unhappy with your Medicare supplement plan? Are you paying too much for doctors or drugs? Did you know that you don't need to wait for the annual enrollment period to switch plans? You heard me right. With Chapter, you can apply to switch your Medicare supplement plan whenever you want. Chapter is a free service that helps you make sure you are on the right Medicare plan for your needs. Chapter searches thousands of options to find a plan that best suits your specific healthcare needs and could save you thousands of dollars each year. Because healthcare should be your choice, not a bureaucrat's decision. Whether you're already enrolled in a Medicare supplement plan or you're new to Medicare, call Chapter and make sure your choice is the right choice. It could be the last call you ever need to maximize your Medicare benefits. The service is free, so call today. Call 800-611-9422. 800-611-9422. 800-611-9422.
Girls' education goes underground in the Taliban's Afghanistan. The BBC's Sekunder Kermani explains.
At one secret school visited by the BBC, hidden away in a residential area, staff had purchased neat blue and white desks to try and give the teenage girls studying there a sense of normality.
When we start, we know about the threats and we worry about them. But girls' education worth to take any risk to do that.
The Taliban have allowed girls' primary schools to open and have repeatedly claimed that they will allow secondary schools to do so too. However, in private, admit the issue of female education is sensitive.
Britain's inflation rate rose to the highest level in 40 years last month. Consumer price inflation accelerating to 9% in the 12 months through April from 7% the previous month. News and analysis, townhall.com. What went wrong in Afghanistan?
A new government watchdog report concludes decisions by Presidents Donald Trump and Joe Biden to pull all U.S. troops out of Afghanistan were the key factors in the collapse of the U.S.-trained Afghan military. There were earlier similar assessments from senior Pentagon and military leaders. Last September, General Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, bluntly told Congress U.S. missteps in Afghanistan were years in the making.
That outcome is the cumulative effect of 20 years. Not 20 days.
At a congressional hearing last week, senators noted U.S. intelligence agencies misjudged Afghanistan and mistakenly believed Ukraine's forces would quickly fall to Russia's invasion. Mike Gracia, Washington.
Inflation and higher costs have taken a heavy toll on the bottom line of Target, causing shares of the retailer to plummet this morning. They're down sharply. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday. Hope it's a good one for you.
So far, so good.
Delightful.
I should be starting my swimming regimen today.
That's right, because the outdoor pool opens this weekend at the Roswell Recreation Aquatic Center.
But I'm not going for funsies. I'm going for workoutsies.
Oh.
Yeah. Gonna start toning up, get my my hot boy body back for hot boy summer.
So,
even though I'm definitely going towards fat daddy summer.
I guess you have to do this when the kids aren't around.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, lunches were the plan because...
Okay, because kids, they're not going to let you laugh.
Oh, no.
They want to...
Well, when we go to the pool, Rhiannon can go do her own thing because she's comfortable, actually, and this is a huge thing for her because she was always so scared of going under. The fact that now she can go underwater without holding her nose is a huge step. So she can go off and do her own thing. We're like a step away from her swimming. She's going to go down the slide this year.
Nice.
But Hunter, I sort of have to stay on because he's 3.
Sure.
So we'll throw the water wings on him. He'll get on a noodle or whatever. He's actually starting to paddle.
So he's starting to pick up the mechanics of swimming as well,
too.
The
kick in, the paddling.
Nice.
Yeah. Just got to get him to figure out how to hold his breath because as soon as his face hits the water, he goes, it's shocking to him. And he breathes it in.
He doesn't understand that you can't breathe in underwater yet. So, well, cool. Well, I'm glad that the kids are having fun and gonna get comfortable in the water at young ages. That way, it's, I don't know, it's, there's so many kids that don't get exposed to swimming stuff young, and then they go to be adults, and then you don't swim, and it's like, man, that's rough.
It's a bummer. I mean,
and it's hard to learn to swim as an adult. It just it's hard to do anything as an adult. It's so much easier to learn things as a kid.
It is. Your brain elasticity is still there.
Yeah. So
learn it early.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Yeah.
But but outdoor pool, all that.
Mom, Dad, get excited, and finally, the kids are gonna have something to do outside of the house for a little while. The pool is opening up this weekend, and I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe both splash pads are opening. Maybe just the one down south, because I think they were having an issue with the Burt Murphy one. I could be wrong on that one. One of the two is having an issue, so one might be open, the other one might not.
They got to fix it first.
Right.
Okay.
But so check with check with your area to see if the splash pad happens to be open.
Don't forget if you want to get like season passes and things to the aquatic center or the recreation center, any of that stuff. RoswellConnect.com. You'll find it all there. So
fun fact, and I
I think they're going to continue this through at least through the end of the year. I'm not sure if they're going to continue after that, but you can rent bikes from the Recreation and Aquatic Center.
Oh, yeah. You can go ride the trails and all that good stuff.
Great bike lanes and routes here in Roswell, and you should take advantage of them. So, yeah, rent yourself. If you don't own one yourself, rent a bike for a few hours and get out and see Roswell a little bit.
Get the family. Maybe this weekend. Go
Nice.
there and do a little ride around. It's going to be like 83.
It's going to be phenomenal this weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be 83 on Saturday.
Like, literally, that's the first time weather has made me, like, drop my jaw this week. You're like, it's like 84. Wait, really?
Yeah, you're still the way around. Like, the weekends get the bad weather. Now it's, like, all hot and muggy and, well, not muggy, but hot. And,
that's perfect.
And then this weekend, it's like 80s. It's going to be great.
Although, I worry, because 80s might be a little cold to get in water. Like the outdoor pool. I wonder if that's going to affect the pool, like the coldness of the water.
I don't know.
Then again, the pool at the aquatic center, the outdoor pool is always too warm anyways.
Yeah, but say it's probably going to be fine.
It feels too,
out in the sun.
Too warm in there.
The sun will keep it warmer than it feels. It'll be good. It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
Looking forward to it.
Be all right.
It'll be fine.
Be all right. Wear a shirt.
Oh, I do. I never... Dude, I'm clearly that shirt in the pool guy. Clearly.
I do not, because I do not care.
I've been told...
I mean, I'm a fat guy, but I just...
Well, here's the thing. I'm not even a fat guy. I'm just fat in all the wrong places.
Yeah.
I do this for y'all. This isn't for me. This is for y'all. But I've never swam without a shirt on. Even when I was big. Well, when I was big, especially. But I guess it's one of those holdovers from that time.
Yeah.
Plus, I got a lot of it's loose.
Loose meat.
Yeah, a lot of loose meat. And you lose a lot of weight. Things. Although I am filling it back in quite nicely.
Ladies. But I just unveil the Buddha and go out there. And,
I have been told that it actually draws more attention to you wearing a shirt than not wearing a shirt.
It can,
and the argument can be made. Yes, if you're 1,000 pounds, but if you're like a normal looking dude wearing a shirt, oh, it's just a guy in a shirt swimming. It's fine. Oh, he just forgot to take it off. It's fine. Every time for 37 years.
Maybe you need to invent a two-piece for men.
Like a bikini? Like a mankini?
A mankini, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's been invented.
Well, maybe we should popularize it. Make it so it covers the shirt.
But it's got to be like the man bag, so it's got to be like posh.
Like I almost, in my head, I feel like it's a wrestling singlet, a one-piece, actually.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm thinking maybe it's...
I feel like this is something that Bespoke Post is going to put in one of their next boxes, You can get that big and weird knife, you can get the beard kit, or what the heck, get yourself a mankini.
If men are
but if
wearing...
we're talking singlet, that's not a two-piece.
Well, I know maybe it needs to be a one-piece. Maybe we do like a two-piece with like a halvesy.
Well, that's okay. So here's the thing. How come women's clothing has to have like a viewing window? I've wondered that for a long time. It's like it's fine all here, but then all of a sudden you got like a hole here that your belly.
A random spot, yeah.
Yeah, that's like
maybe it's just some guy shirts like that.
If you're ever shopping for like underpants or t-shirts, there's that hole at the top. It's like, feel how soft.
Right.
It's like, why do you need that in women's? So yeah, maybe we just put a viewing window inside the singlet.
Just a V.
Yeah, just a very deep V, so I can show up. I can show up my man.
I'm telling you, we could do. Let's make it fashionable for dudes.
And it'll just come up right under the fro.
I feel like as weird as fashion is right now, if it's ever a time we can make this work, now is that time.
That's going to be.
We can get men to actually pay for this.
Just full blown, go full blown Andre the Giant cosplay. Anybody want the peanut?
I feel like there's like a whole bunch of millennials that would be like, "That's sexy and hot," and they're going to wear it at the beaches this summer.
Yep. We made it happen, folks. A singlet. Ask for it by name.
All right. I think I've had to hit a moment where I don't want to talk about food right now.
That's rare.
I know.
Wow.
The man, the singlet
We did it, everybody. We broke him.
Oh, man. Let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in just a few minutes. It's going to be nice this weekend. So look forward to that. Then here in a little bit, Elaine Mayfield with Leadership Roswell Alumni Association is going to join us here in just a little bit. She was in studio with us about a month or so ago, and we were seeking nominations for our the Leadership Roswell Alumni Awards, our various leaders for youth and in their community, things like that. Well, we got our award nominees. That has been done. We have them, and we know who those people are. However, now we got to honor them and celebrate them. And the banquet's coming up here in June. So Elaine's going to join us here, give us all the information, skinny details about the Leadership Roswell Alumni Banquet coming up next month here and all that good stuff. So we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. Later on, we'll get you up to date with local news along with your Wall Street business update and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. Before we do any of that, though, let's go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of heat coming our way for the next few days. We have high pressure parked over central and eastern New Mexico. That'll take us into the upper 90s for the afternoon high today with lots of sun. For the overnight hours, we're expecting clear skies. We'll cool off to about 60, right around the 100-degree mark for the afternoon high on Thursday, and sunny. We'll stay in the upper 90s and fair Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, 77 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 18%. Ugh, already let low. Winds currently out of the northwest at 13 miles per hour. For today, you might see some smoke. Don't be surprised if you see some smoke in from the area fires. That might be showing up in our clouds here or up in our sky till about 9 this morning. Sunny, hot for the day, high of 98. Winds will be out of the north. 10 to 15, shifting to the southeast later today. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 62. South winds at around 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny, high of 101 tomorrow. Yeah. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour early, 15 to 20 out of the southwest tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, clear skies with an overnight low of 64. Winds out of the southwest, 15 to 20 early. Gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. They'll drop down 10 to 15 after midnight tomorrow night. Friday, sunny, high right around 100, 99 officially. Southwest winds 5 to 10 early, 15 to 20 later in the day. And then the weekend cooling down and pleasant. I dare say a beautiful weekend. Sunny and 83 for a high on Saturday. Sunny and 84 on Sunday. And saying there's a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Monday. Let's hope that happens with a high of 91. So we'll see. All right, it is 8:16. We got a 3-minute commercial break. We'll take care of that right now. And then Elaine Mayfield joining us wearing her Leadership Roswell Alumni Association hat. We'll talk about the banquet, all that next here. Don't go away.
Hey, this is Dr. Keon Egger at Carabelli Dental in Roswell. Our office is passionate about creating beautiful, long-lasting smiles. But here's the thing. Sometimes that means dentures, and that's not a bad thing. These aren't your grandma's dentures. We combine artistry and the latest technology to create beautiful, natural-looking teeth. If you are in southeastern New Mexico and you have dentures or are considering dentures, you need to come visit us at Carabelli Dental.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 622-4455.
Roswell is our home. That's why we've all got to do our part to stop illegal dumping. Throwing your trash, clutter, or yard debris in the alleys, sidewalks, or streets is a crime, and it takes time and money to clean it up. Those caught dumping illegally can face fines of up to $500. You can help by taking your waste to the landfill once a month for free with a paid water bill. Call the City of Roswell Solid Waste Department for more information at 575-624-6746. Help keep Roswell clean. After all, do you want your kids to grow up in a dump?
Martine's Capital Cafe in Roswell offers authentic and highly rated New Mexico food. Explore their amazing menu featuring huevos rancheros or asado with eggs or their green chili stew. And you can't forget their award-winning green chili cheeseburger, all made from scratch using their finest and freshest ingredients. Open for carryout with curbside delivery or limited dine-in. Just call ahead 624-2111. Martine's Capital Cafe, always pleasing the most refined palate. Open Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. at 110 West 4th in Roswell.
The National Used Car Blowout is on at Roswell Honda with the deepest discounts yet. Like a 2017 Ford Escape for just $329 a month, a 2015 Honda CR-V for just $309 a month, or a 2013 Nissan Sentra for just $199 a month. Get a 12-pack of soda and a Mexican resort voucher just for stopping by, a grilling toolkit with a test drive, and a free portable grill with purchase. And join us May 21st for free food, stuff for the kids, and your chance to win a Char Griller Double Play 3-burner gas charcoal grill. On now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Happy Happiness isn't about getting what you want all the time. It's about loving what you have and being grateful for it. Hi, this is Pastor Troy and Julie Smitherman for The Joy of Marriage.
As people, we can get so focused on what we don't have, we don't appreciate what we do have. We can make ourselves miserable, angry, and even depressed by focusing our thoughts and words on the negative. Take a look around and find something to be grateful for that your spouse does. It will change your attitude in your marriage.
1 Thessalonians 5:18 says, "No matter what happens, always be thankful, for this is God's will for you who belong to Christ Jesus."
Take it from me, I was such a negative person, but by renewing my mind with God's Word and learning to be thankful, it changed my life and greatly impacted my marriage.
If you have any questions or would like further information about the Joy of Marriage Ministry, please go to jomconference.com.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 20 minutes after 8 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from Leadership Roswell Alumni Association, Elaine Bainfield back with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing today?
I'm really good, and I'm loving that it's going to be cool this weekend.
Yeah, we got to get through the next couple days of hotness, but weekend should be really nice.
I have big dogs, and they sure don't like that hot weather.
I don't blame them. I'm a big dude, and I don't like, well, fat dude. I don't say big.
It's that COVID-15, I swear. It's awful.
But, yeah, I don't blame them. I don't like it either. But,
yeah.
Folks, hopefully you remembered, it was actually probably a little over a month ago, but Elaine was joined us here in studio, and we were looking for nominees for the Leadership Roswell Alumni Association Awards. And the annual event, unfortunately, the banquet portion of it has been kind of put on a hiatus for a couple years now.
2 years we have not had that.
Yeah, but good news is we are going to have one now, and now all we need is the banquet to happen. We got COVID. We're out of the COVID pandemic world. We're able to do that again. You know, we're able to gather again. We got some nominees now officially.
We have honorees now.
Honorees, not nominees. Honorees now.
Yes.
And all we need to do is have the fun party now and celebrate and honor these folks. So.
That's right. Yeah, we were thrilled with the nominations that came in and voted on, and now we have the 4 winners, if I can say winners.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I know there actually was to get the nominees for a couple of these were pretty close races here.
Very close,
you know, and we kind of like we did a double count and triple count.
Yeah, we did have to double count
because we had some qualified.
We had a tie and then one vote threw it over.
And to be honest, all deserving. You know what I mean?
You know, it's usually that way.
Mm-hmm.
Every year it seems like they're all very close races.
Yeah.
And many people that nominate one year and don't get selected re-nominate the next year as well.
Yeah.
So.
And usually usually the top getter the next year.
It seems like it, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But we do have our 4 and actually 5 award winners, 4 awards, but 5 award winners.
That's true. We have a couple.
Yes,
occasionally we have a couple.
We do this year, and so we want to invite everyone to come out and be a part of the banquet and share this celebration with us here.
Yeah, we've really missed having the celebration. It just brings everybody together, and you know, you see these people and you learn so much about them. Like, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah.
I didn't know they did that.
Especially when you get to your like lifetime achievement and people that have been in our community for a long time just doing stuff. And then you're like, you may know them from one facet of their community service.
That's
and
right.
then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I didn't realize they're involved with this, and this. Also, you know, I knew them from this, you know,
exactly.
and that's how it really works out. And that's just it. The folks, and I'm looking at all of our people. And all of them wear many hats in our community and do a lot of different great, you know. I mean, sure, they all have their passions, but at the same time, they all have share the same passion of a great community and want to do their part to make it that case, you know.
And another thing about the banquet is it's also positive, and we need that. The whole evening is just upbeat, positive, and we need that.
Absolutely. So we are asking folks to free up your calendar for Thursday, June 23rd. The dinner and the banquet and everything will be at 6:30 p.m. And it's going to be back at the New Mexico Military Institute there. They're in their VMV hall, so they're going to...
And I think they just redid it
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been
I've
doing a lot
been
of
in there.
work at various buildings on that campus.
It's right in the heart
gym
of the
and everything.
campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great facility there. And, of course, anytime NMMI hosts events like this, they do an amazing job.
And the food is wonderful.
Yeah, the food, the whole the whole
Sodexo
evening.
is their contractor. And,
Yeah.
and they're always very good.
Yeah, and they're used to doing military style, so their attention to detail is something that they're pretty good at.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you come in off of Kentucky, off that backside, into that parking area there. It comes right up to the door there.
Good deal. So, so if you'd like to participate, again, it's going to be June 23rd, 6:30 p.m., and it'll be at the VMV Hall there at the New Mexico Military Institute campus. Cost is $30 per person.
Right.
You can get a table of 8, like if you're a business, maybe
a family.
Yeah, or family, or maybe your organization is one of the folks that receive some of the benefits of some of our honorees this year.
Absolutely.
And like to buy a table for staff or whatever. Table of 8 is $225, and like I said, it does
Bit of a
seat
break.
8. Yeah. So and again, and here's another thing. Obviously some of this covers cost of the event and things, but whatever is left over goes to Leadership Roswell Alumni Association for our programs, our scholarships. It's all what doesn't use to cover the event is used to help the community. So
absolutely.
So if you want to pay a little more, we won't stop you.
No.
But
and we do have some people that'll pay forward.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
I'll
If you'd
buy
like to
2
pay
tickets
for it,
the scholarship winner or something. you know.
Yeah. So but I'm guessing that because there's food involved and things, we have a deadline on getting RSVPs for the event here.
And it's pretty quick. I'm sorry, but it just takes
you got a couple
time.
weeks.
Yeah,
you got a couple weeks.
Yeah, got a couple weeks.
But June 9th, we want to get RSVPs by June 9th.
So we can give them a number.
I know when we get around the 9th and 10th, there's going to be some people that are like, oh, can I get, but to save a whole lot of headache for Elaine, for the NMMI staff, for everybody there, over the next week here, get your RSVPs in, and that way you don't have to worry about it. Maybe if you're going to get a table, make sure you got everybody locked down for your table.
That's
and then
true
get that
because
done.
we often sell several tables.
Yeah. So but I'd rather you have it and ready than you trying to get it later on and think about it and then turn out you may not have that opportunity.
Right.
So just to make it, especially since we haven't had a shindig in a couple of years here.
Yes.
I think there might be some people a little anxious to get out and do this again, and it's a fun night of really, and that's just it. It's a fun night of just honoring these folks, and it's a great meal. But like Elaine said, it's just positive. It's just we brag on these people for a night here. We enjoy some great food, and I also say use it as a bit of an inspiration for maybe the next generation. Bring your kids, bring your young folks to this too, and maybe that rubs off. And next thing you know, when these kids are, when we're old and gray and retired, these are the ones that are.
This is our future.
They're the ones filling those shoes.
And we just finished our Teen Leadership Institute.
Yeah,
huge success.
Yeah,
thanks to the people that have been running it for a few years, and NMMI for hosting.
And then they might sometimes they recognize those kids at the event. Right. Hopefully they'll all be able to make it.
Actually, a lot of them are gone home.
Yeah, I know. That's the trick.
Or out of town, but
we'll at least recognize names and things.
We definitely will.
Hopefully,
do that.
we'll have a few of them able to attend this year. So.
As a matter of fact, in the program, I'm actually naming the winners of the 2020. Awards.
Yeah,
in 21
because we haven't had a couple banquets.
They didn't get a banquet. We didn't get to feed them.
Yeah, we did honor them as best we could. We got to interview them. And surprised them and got all kinds of swag things for them. But we didn't get to have the big party dinner. So yeah, we've got the class of 2022 here. However, we're also gonna honor our last 2 classes as well, and hopefully they can come and enjoy a meal and celebrate with us too. Hopefully, they can do
and the kids that we're talking about, the teen leadership, we give scholarships every year.
Yeah,
and we have sponsors for the scholarships, and we raise money for the scholarships, and several $1,000s.
Yeah,
and I think there were 9 awarded scholarships.
This is I want to say that's one of the bigger. Like the biggest they've done in a while as far as amount of,
it is.
of
they
money
had a
given
couple
out.
of sponsors come forward that were wonderful.
So this year was
and they will certainly be acknowledged.
Yeah, that's great. So really this last teen leadership was probably our largest money-wise given out for scholarships since they've had it. So that's right. It's an amazing thing. And I'd like to throw the gauntlet out there and let's break that record next year. But the only way we can do that is more people like Elaine's saying, contributing and signing and supporting and donating.
And what we do is a 2-day period that they give talks and exercises and things to help these juniors and seniors become leaders.
It's
our future.
And some of it's a little bit like basically they put the kids in scenarios where they have to force to be leaders and work as teams and navigate obstacles that without leadership skills involved, they're not going to complete successfully. And that's all part of that's one facet. But I mean, that's all part of it. And again, it's for high school juniors and seniors. So,
right.
So
the whole area.
Yeah.
Down in the valley as well.
Oh yeah. This is not just for all. It's really all of southeast New Mexico.
Region,
yeah. Kind of the Pecos Valley, so to speak.
Yes, I think so.
And but anyway, we'll talk more about that. But if you got a junior, or senior, or will be here for next year, usually it's around March time frame. We'll be on the lookout and we'll sign up for next year here. But we'll definitely honor some of those kids and recognize their names. Hopefully, some will be able to attend.
And we do a slideshow that's wonderful. And
you get to kind of see some of them in action and see some of the things they do at the camp and all that.
And what we're talking about here is exactly what Leadership Roswell does for about 30 citizens.
For the adults.
For the adults, which starts in July I think they do the selections in July.
Yeah,
so
we'll
have information on that as well.
We just had our most recent class graduate. And so I believe usually it's like July 30th, the end of July is usually the deadline for getting applications in. And if they're not up already, they will be very, very soon.
Right.
Up on the Chamber's website, there's several different places you can get it. That's probably one of the easiest right off the top of my head is the Chamber of Commerce.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. But matter of fact, if you ask, matter of fact, Andrew will be in next hour. I'll ask her if they're in yet. If not, or they will be here pretty quickly. So.
And Amy's always on, so.
Yeah, exactly, too. Yeah, you can always contact the Historical Society. That's a pretty good resource to learn things about Leadership Roswell, too.
That's right.
So. But I guess, do we ever fully announce who our actual
we're ready.
winners are?
We're ready.
So in case you don't know yet, I know it's not the biggest secret on the planet who our winners were.
No, this is it.
Out. Yeah,
this is it.
But we officially have our winners, our honorees for 2022. I'll let Elaine here. I don't know which order do you want to go.
I'm going to start at the bottom.
You want to start at the bottom, work your way up.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah, the Leadership Roswell Alumni Award is for someone that is within the organization that has helped the organization, promoted it, and the cause of the entire Leadership Roswell
program. Yeah, we have there's many alumni out there, but there's
971.
But there's a select few that are actively involved. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Were you the one in charge of counting them all? Just kidding.
No, Rick.
Rick was. But yes, we have 971, but there's a select few that really are very active roles in it, and so we use this to honor those folks do that. Yeah.
And our honoree this year is Margaret Kennard.
Obviously,
City councilwoman, very active, yes.
Very involved, not just in Leadership Roswell, but in our community.
But she helps Rick to set up classes and work on each class program.
She's kind of, well, this last year she's been a little busy raising a family.
Yeah.
But prior to that, she was kind of Rick's right-hand person there, you know.
Yeah, and Lori Dudick used to be in that position until, about several years ago. And it's kind of a person takes over for a few years. And, and then we always have to go forward or you end up going backwards.
Well, exactly, yeah. So passing the baton, so to speak.
Yes. The Commitment to Youth Award. And we always have the most nominations in this category. People in this city are wonderful.
Yeah, and I think, and to be honest, it's probably because there's so many more opportunities to help. I mean,
we have everything from church groups to
coaches,
sports coaches, teachers,
to your scouting and various other youth organizations.
There you go.
It's to even just, even like the neighborhood. There's like a guy in the neighborhood that's always just working with the kids. Right. It's not necessarily affiliated with everything, just those type of people.
We've had a nominee that does so much foster care.
Yeah.
Boy, is that important.
I will tell you this now. The foster care system is so desperate for folks to be a part of that every one of those people deserve an award. Well, I wish we had enough awards for all those folks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, our selection this year is Tina Cisneros.
Ah, very cool.
She is with Youth Challenge.
Yeah.
And has been since it pretty much began.
And speaking of a challenge, they've had quite the challenge over the last couple of years with COVID and stuff. But
absolutely.
They've really been they've been making lemonade out of lemons for a couple years now over there.
And with the Historical Society, we've been working with the Troy Hayes Foundation on some scholarships for those folks too.
Yeah, they've been doing as much as they couldn't do during COVID. They've been doing a lot.
Historical Society.
Yes. But I mean, they really went above and beyond doing stuff, even though they were really hampered by restrictions and regulations and things.
Yes,
and so
definitely.
So Tina, she well deserved there.
Well, I think she was a teacher before. I believe comes from that background. And the Outstanding Leader Award, another person that we all are familiar with, Mr. Jason Perry.
Yes, city councilor,
local minister.
Absolutely, and overall
president. I saw he was president of two organizations, Rotary and Optimist, and very active in the community.
Yeah, he's always and just a good dude, someone to talk to, and just fun.
Yeah.
Big family, and all of them are involved in the community too. So
yes, they are. I think he's got a fireman or a policeman or something.
He's got a whole family that are all busy in the community here. So he keeps making more Perrys to get involved in the community.
And a wonderful wife.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yeah, great family.
And our Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, this is for someone generally older in age.
Sure.
70s and up.
Yeah, they just overall they've been, part of the fabric of the community for decades.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, this year it is a couple that was nominated, and that's Kay and Dale Rogers.
Yeah.
That's Roswell Livestock, of course, and a ranching family from way back in the area.
They long time people, families that have deep roots here in Roswell know the Rogers, and
that's right.
And of course, we
lost
unfortunately lost Kay here last year, and so wish we could be a little sooner with this award, but we want to honor both, and of course Dale was very happy to be notified that him and his wife were nominated for this honor. So
and another area that they are so big with 4-H. I don't think people realize how much for the young people in the ranching and farming industries. And they're huge supporters of 4-H.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, they. I would imagine without their help and support, we wouldn't. Our 4-H program would be severely lacking if it wasn't
and it is huge. It is wonderful.
It's a great, huge program, and they've been long-time supporters. I mean, think about it. How many times can you not synonymously say fair or any of that without saying Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply in the same sentence? You really can't. And this
locally owned. And wonderful, wonderful facility.
Yeah, so it's well deserved, and I'm so glad that we finally get a chance to honor them. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's our award winners.
That's
for this
right.
year.
Isn't that wonderful? So if you just know them, or if you're family, or friends, or a customer, come on out.
Come share the excitement with us.
We want to fill that room.
Yeah, we want to fill it. We want to make these people feel special. And here's the thing: every one of these people probably, obviously, aren't doing this for this. You know what I mean? None of these people.
Most of them are quite shy about
it. Exactly.
Oh, not me.
So the onus is on us to kind of make a big deal out of it. So because they're certainly not.
Yes.
And so help us do that by come enjoy a meal, come celebrate with us, come out and support. Let's fill the tables up, have a great meal, have a lovely evening of fun and stuff. Meet some new people.
And the cost we kept pretty reasonable considering.
$30 pretty cheap.
It was $25 the last 2, 3, 4 years. And
if you tried to buy a meal at any restaurant right now with COVID, you're going to pay $30 anyway.
That's one reason we need the June 9th reservation.
Yes.
Because the food costs are so crazy.
Exactly.
But,
yeah, you can't. I'm sure you go to your favorite restaurant, order your favorite meal, and it's probably 30 to 40% higher than it was a year ago.
Absolutely. So we felt real good that we could keep it at 30.
Yeah. So, and again, if there's money left over, that it goes to a
good cause.
Yeah. It goes to Leadership Roswell Alumni Association. First main goal is to support the Leadership Roswell program. That's one of our
and that really benefits the community. I went through in 95.
Yeah.
But I still network with those people. That it creates that network that I know so-and-so, he can help out
like I know with your active roles and things, it kind of, you kind of meet the new generations of people involved because, like you said, you've been doing this for a while. And so some of the faces in 96 that you went through. Some of them aren't around, but now there's folks have been joining in 2006, 2020, 2016, and are now involved. And now your network, your Leadership Roswell connections kind of keep you all in touch with all that. And so, and obviously Elaine's pretty busy with other stuff too. So she kind of, runs into a lot of the same people in different circles too.
True.
It's our community. That's how it is. And that's really, it's unfortunate, but we're so thankful. We have so many great organizations in this community. We have a lot of good stuff going on, but in all reality, it's like the same 100, 200 people that are doing everything. You know what I mean? And so we want to honor those people any chance we get. But I also like using this as a chance to maybe let's add a couple hundred people to the 150, 200 people that are doing it.
It would be nice.
We have a good sized community, and we got so many people. But the only way this place is great is if we all roll up our sleeves and do our part here. And so I think, the event June 23rd is a celebration and a party, and we want to honor these. But it also is a bit of a reminder to the next generation, to the other people to say, hey, we need to do our part too. So
that's right.
Yeah. And, so honoring these folks and putting them on pedestals to appreciate the hard work and dedication to our community. Hopefully we can use that to rub off the next generation that we're going to, 20, 30 years from now, they're going to be standing up there saying, man, we couldn't do what we've been doing for the last 20 years without these people. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, and they do need to give us a call for an RSVP.
Yes.
You can call or text. Text is easy, 575-626-2640.
Yeah.
Or email condor@dfn.com.
Yeah, condor@dfn.com. Or call Elaine, 575-626-2640. You could just RSVP over the phone or whatever.
Right,
and then,
or a text even, and I'll write it down.
Pay at the door or
pay
whatever.
At the door, right.
No big deal. But if you want to pay early, you can make arrangements, whatever. But
if you forget all that, call Amy at the Historical Society.
Yes, yeah,
she's
absolutely.
on the committee.
And but yes, please, we'd love to have you come out. Like I said, do we know the menu yet? What they're going to be serving?
We chose two different things. One is I don't remember it all.
Yeah, I remember.
There's a chicken dish that's really good.
It sounded good. I don't remember off the top of my head what the menu was, but it sounded good.
The food is always good, that's for sure. And then I believe the other one is maybe a pork dish or something. Okay. It's the beef that's expensive right now.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
But
everybody
always
knows.
Lovely side dishes and dessert.
It's gonna be a fun night. And to be honest, we're honoring these 5 folks that night, but it's a who's who of our. There's so many. Like Elaine, she's won this award, and
alumni award too.
Yeah, I mean, bragging on Elaine here, she's highly involved and been for a long time, and so she's honored. But then that's the community. Right after she's busy honored, she's getting back to you know what I mean?
Heading for Galacticon next.
And so Rick Kraft, there's a lot of people that have been involved and are involved that are as deserving or have received in the past, and they're still here. So you really want to get a chance to meet kind of some of the folks that really do a lot of great work in our community. You're going to find a lot at the banquet there.
Absolutely. I listened to a webinar from the state New Mexico Tourism Department and said all events are down about 30 to 40%. And that has held true for everything I've done. So let's break that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's fill it up.
There. Yeah, fill it up.
I don't know how many tables are going to have in that.
Trendsetters.
Yeah, but let's have a button
I
every
believe
seat.
It's 200 and some is the capacity.
Okay, people. Gotcha.
Yeah, so
okay.
we're aiming for that.
Good deal. So let's fill up every seat there and come and honor. And because, to be honest, that makes it that more special. When we got the Jason and the Rogers family and Margaret and all these folks and Tina and all them, when they're up there, it certainly is.
We want a full room.
A lot nicer when all the tables.
And we
want
to break that 40% thing.
Too. Yeah, we want to do that too. So $30.
Roswell breaks it.
$30 will get you fed and be a part of it, or you can get a table of 8 for $225. June 9th is a hard deadline. That's the hard RSVP. Please get a hold of Elaine here before that with your RSVP. Reach out via the telephone, 575-626-2640. Again, that's 575-626-2640. Or you can shoot Elaine an email, condor@dfn.com.
Or call the Historical Society.
Yeah, or call Amy over at the Historical Society, or
you can leave a message on that phone.
Yeah, or shoot her an email. It's historydirector@outlook.com. That
you
one.
know that?
Yeah, that one I got. I can never remember phone numbers, but I can remember that one. But and of course, if you want to get involved, if maybe you are a Leadership Roswell alumni, and it's been a few years, come out to the banquet. Love to have you, and get reconnected.
And there's no fee for joining the alumni.
Exactly.
When I first joined, there was a fee. But,
oh, really?
But
Okay.
they dropped that a few years ago. And so there's no fee. We just need your name and address and email and get on board.
Yeah, we'd love to get you more involved, too, if you want to come out and see what we do.
Yeah, and we do some activities and things, like try to bring a speaker in and stuff, which is, we'll let you know about it. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there. So if you... And if you have graduated from the Leadership Roswell program in the last 30 years,
971 of you,
then you are an alumni, and
That's
you
right.
get to participate as an alumni. We'd love to have you participate. So, let's see. And then, like we said, don't forget, if you're interested in signing up for the 2022-2023
right, and we'll have
class,
that information available there.
But Chamber of Commerce has all that, and then I believe the deadline to get those applications will be
It's usually July.
Usually the last day of July there, that Friday before
and then
5 o'clock.
And it starts in September.
Yeah, they'll make the selection process here, and then usually like that towards the end of August, they'll have like a little banquet get together, and then they'll fire right into the first class. There,
right.
So.
And hopefully this year, they've had a couple of rough years, but they made it through.
They have. They have. Yeah, it's they've had to kind of refinagle the game plan a little bit because the COVID world, shut some doors, 2 of them that are normally open, but a few other doors got open that weren't normally open to them. So,
that's right.
Yeah.
And they made all the meetings and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. So, but we'll talk more about that as we get a little closer.
Yeah, Rick, we'll talk a little bit about
putting the bee in the bonnet. Now's the time. Start thinking about people that you know that would be a good fit for that, or if you yourself are a good fit for that, and we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So, good deal. Well, while I got you here, let's put on your other hat real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, put on your Galacticon hat here.
Gosh, that's coming.
Yeah, we got
It's
UFO Festival.
Like
all that.
less than 2 months.
Yeah, we're in the crunch zone here.
Right.
But Galacticon is back happening, and it's going to be a big fun to do.
Right. We're in the half of the Great Hall at the Convention Center again.
Yeah.
I haven't been there since 2019.
So you can still kind of walk. You can walk to the Galacticon. Really, from the downtown area with all the
and the city's
UFO
the city
stuff.
is centered around the convention center as well.
So you're right there in the middle of the party this year.
Matter of fact, the museum, UFO Museum, has one of their speaker rooms at the convention center.
Good.
So that's kind of ground zero.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit. Of course, we have things going on downtown with Main Street. We have the museum. There's all kinds of activities around. Great websites, and I need vendors to fill that big hall.
If you want to be a vendor in this year's Galacticon, now's the time.
Yeah.
And it sounds like with this year, we're hoping to see more traffic than ever because you're back downtown.
It's the 75th anniversary of the Roswell crash.
You guys are in a good location. It's the 75th anniversary. So if you are in the Comic-Con world of collectibles and comic books and costuming and cosplay and all of that stuff, then I highly recommend you get your booth here and certainly make plans when you're out doing all the UFO festival stuff to swing on by the Galacticon and come check out some of the panels and some of the booths and all that stuff.
We always have a huge gaming crowd.
Are you guys still doing some of the steampunk stuff too?
Yes, some of it, and I think we might have some of our
like the tea-dueling and some of that.
Yeah,
and all that. Good. Those are always fun, unique things.
It is fun. Yes,
and because a lot of people are not familiar with it, and it's a fun little thing.
I like the steampunk because the age doesn't matter.
Sure, but I just like that because you're right. Age doesn't matter because the technology covers all genres. It's like if you're younger, you can go, but. It's steam. And if you're not familiar, think of Jules Verne. That's the best.
And Wild Wild West.
Yeah, that's
two.
Those are the things that's the best visual I can give you for steampunk.
Yeah, it's when the Victorian age broke into the industrial age, and that that dichotomy at all times.
And there's so many to be honest though, there's so many subsects of it. So like there's certain groups that just focus on Civil War era style stuff. Others that may pick a different period in that time or focus on a different. Others are more into the more Victorian style of it. Some are more into the West. Some are more into the technology side where they try to make it like more futuristic, but like it's a laser gun, but with steam technology.
Right.
And you're like, I mean, I don't know how you figure that out, but that's kind of how steampunk works. Yeah,
exactly.
So it's kind of but definitely, but it's a Comic-Con, so all of it. You got, if you want to come as your
gaming, it's got
come
sci-fi.
in your favorite, Marvel or DC character, or if you want to come in as your steampunk, whatever.
And we have
it is.
Logan back this year.
Okay.
He's going to be our featured artist. And
that's another thing too. If you want to learn like how to make your own stuff, like if that's where, like, I know they do like the goggle class and stuff, but a lot of that translates to any costuming stuff, I mean,
we've done all kinds of things, leather cuffs and things of that sort.
So if you love all that kind of stuff, please. And then, of course, if you're maybe an author or a vendor or collector or whatever, and have a booth you'd like to set up there to sell or to promote your collectibles and things, please reach out to Elaine. You can, again, same numbers. 575-626-2640 or condor@dfn.com.
That's right.
And then is there a deadline to get booths or anything for Galacticon?
Oh, it's
this
like
year?
later in June.
Okay.
So we're
coming up
now.
on it, but get that done. Is any cost anything for booths?
Yeah, it's $300 for 3 days.
Okay, perfect.
Of the 75th anniversary weekend in the headquarters. So.
Nice.
So it's not bad at all.
Well, and it's great because you're downtown. It's right there. And by the way, air-conditioned building.
That's exactly right.
I'm just saying, usually the first that weekend there, right, end of June, 1st of July, it's hotter than Hades.
That's right.
So you're going to have a lot of people that just want to come in there because it's cool. And now you've got a captive audience. And so now you can be like, oh, yeah, come buy my books. Come buy. And
also, like we said, gaming is huge, tabletop gaming.
Yeah.
And this is like Dungeons and Dragons.
Magic,
but also
the gatherings, and those kind of the card games and things.
They can actually get online on our website and sign up for reserve a seat to play a game.
Are they going to be doing like some tournaments and things or just kind of open play?
The tournaments actually go on like now monthly, and then the winners get to come and we give them free tickets to the winners. And stuff
I didn't know if it worked like a poker open does, where they do a gaming open kind of thing. Where cool.
And this is kind of more role playing, a lot of it, and tabletop gaming.
So it's more the D&D and
and the fun things like Matt's Taco Party game.
Okay,
it's fun. And it's
I'm just trying to think of games from because Dungeons and Dragons was the big one when I was
still
a kid.
there. Yeah, we still and they're on like the 5th edition or something. 5e.
All I remember is like you had to have like your own dice collection, and like because you need like 20-sided dice, 10-sided dice. There's a lot of books and a lot of graph paper to draw maps. I don't know if all that's still the case.
And we have plenty of people that teach.
Okay.
That will teach beginners and help them.
That was like I don't know if that's still like that now, but that's how it was back then. And I know if technology changed it a little bit where they get a little more highfalutin with it. But back then you kind of like the dungeon master, the guy that kind of creates the scenario for that game you're going to play that day. Usually like they'll draw out the dungeon and the map of everything, but they do it on this graph paper, and it's very, at least the kids I knew that played, it was very elaborate.
And people really totally get into it.
It was,
yes.
I would say those people invested hundreds of hours of time into that work there. And so I just didn't know if that was still how it's played today or if it's done a little differently. I don't know. But,
it's probably a lot more digital.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
We'll say that.
Yeah, but either way, yeah, that's all part of it,
right.
the Galacticon too. So, and then, of course, make plans to attend. We'd love to, if you're going to be out during the event. Does it cost anything to come in as just to come watch?
Right, yes, there's a fee to get into the building, so we can pay for the rental.
Perfect. All right, so a small fee to come
$10.
and go. And you come, but come in.
But that covers the gaming, and it covers all that up.
Well, and it's just that if you love this type of stuff, this is how you support it.
Yeah, when I went to the Comic-Con in Santa Fe, I'd say 60% of the people that walked in the door were in costume.
Good.
In cosplay, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I got my picture taken with a 7-foot Wookiee. It really was 7 foot tall.
Well, that's the thing that's part of it, too, is because those folks... People that cosplay and love the costume, it's kind of like car guys.
Yeah.
They love to show off what they got and talk about how they, and 90% of it is usually made by hand or made, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because you just can't walk into a store and buy these costumes. They don't exist.
They don't sell Wookiee costumes?
Yeah, or not good ones anyway.
Yeah.
You know, ones that have a paper
this
mask.
was amazing.
Yeah, but ones that look like movie quality, no. Yeah, that's all made by either the people in Hollywood or folks that do it on their own.
And I still do the costume contest for the Main Street downtown.
Okay.
And it's on the steps of the courthouse.
Very
We did
good.
that last year. It was so much fun.
Yeah. And
a
so
lot different than in a hall. Just freer, and people were hooting and hollering.
People just hang out, and it's good.
Yeah.
And the pets get involved when they do the pet.
Right,
and,
pet would be the Saturday morning, and the costume contest will be Friday evening.
Yeah, and those are always both fun. I usually stumble upon the pet one. It just happens to always seem to be around at that time. And you get dogs, and usually dogs, but every once in a while it's other animals.
We've had a bedazzled lizard.
Yeah, I've seen lizard. There was another one year that was really weird, and I don't remember off the top.
I've seen a green painted horse and a white poodle that was green. I've seen a lot over the years. Been doing this since the big one in what was that?
97,
2007.
Yeah,
the 60th anniversary was our first big one.
Yeah. And so, but it's a lot of fun. So kind of make plans.
Yes.
To be out during UFO Festival weekend, and certainly come on by Galacticon. And like you said, if you want a booth for this year's Galacticon, again, it's happening at the Convention and Civic Center during UFO Festival here. And
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, July 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. And what's the hours for each day?
Usually it's noon to like 6 or 7 on Friday.
Okay.
And then 10 o'clock on the other two.
The other
Saturday,
2 days.
10 to 6, and then
Very
10
good.
to 4.
Excellent. So, and I think...
And that corresponds everywhere.
And I want to say, I think UFO Festival gets underway... Is it Thursday officially, or is it Friday?
We always have karaoke on Thursday night at Pepper's on the patio.
That's kind of an unofficial
it is
kickoff.
Fun. And you can go in costume for that as well.
Yeah, that's usually...
John Bittner does karaoke for us.
So I forget, is there usually themes to some of the karaoke singing during that? Or is it everyone just game on, whatever?
Yeah.
I didn't know if there were certain songs that were...
We have occasionally added those extra little...
Okay.
Yeah, but John just does a general one.
Gotcha.
He's got the full setup. Does a great job.
Good deal. I didn't know if there was, certain sci-fi songs are just iconic out there that you gotta...
Right.
Of course, most of them don't have words. Or they do, but you don't know them.
No, that's true. It's a lot of new age.
Yeah. It's like, Star Trek, if you just learn a theremin. Just think about it. Name another song that's played on a theremin that everybody knows.
Yeah, right.
Other than the Star Trek theme song.
Right. Oh, we are having Comictopia down from Albuquerque.
Okay.
And they do a trivia thing.
Oh,
so
cool.
that you set up, there's like 30 seats there.
Is it kind of like the like when you go to sports bar trivia kind of thing?
Yes,
but for
it is.
This
yes,
one would probably
but it's all
Comic-Con
verbal.
stuff.
It's all
and
verbal.
comic. Good,
Yeah.
cool.
What's the birthday of Superman?
Okay.
And somebody's going to know it.
Oh,
in there.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And they say, I know it. And they,
I'm out of my league in those.
Oh, me too.
I know Bear.
I know other
now.
trivia.
Yeah, when you get deep in the deep dive stuff, then I'm in trouble.
And so if they answer the correct answer, they throw them a T-shirt or a comic book, and they go on. And it's a lot of fun. And that'll be on Saturday afternoon.
And I know that would be very popular because people that are into the cultures, they're gonna. That's their passion.
Yeah, and those will be Saturday afternoon at 1, 3, and 5.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good deal. So please mark it on your calendars.
Yeah.
What's the web address to kind of steer people to learn more about
Roswell Galacticon?
Galacticon. Okay, it's still the same. I didn't know.
Good.
Good deal. But Roswell, that way you can see the schedule events, any cost, any stuff we talked about. If you missed any of that here, you'll find everything at the Roswell Galacticon.
Yeah, we also do our film festival too.
Yeah,
and that's if you pay the $10 fee covers you to go out to the theater and watch as many of those films as you want.
Nice.
And we
do they have the list yet and all that for this year? Or?
No, they're judging. They'll be in judging. For the next
at that time.
few weeks here.
Okay, and then the list will come out after the judging takes place.
And they'll be Saturday and Sunday. And Galaxy 8 donates a theater for us.
They're very good about that, yeah.
And those are great seats.
So please support them.
Yes.
By buying a bunch of popcorn and candy and drinks while you're there, because that's how they make their money.
Yeah, they got to pay the bills.
Yeah, they got to pay their bills, and I hate to tell you this, but those really fancy seats you're sitting in and everything, they're not cheap.
No. But you'll fall asleep and miss the movie.
Yeah, it's got to be an action-packed movie, or I better not recline. He's like, why is there snoring in the film?
Yeah, right. That's so true, though. They're
very
great.
comfortable. There's been one time where I got in trouble, and to the point where I was like, nope. And it was a good movie. I just was tired, and I went to see the movie, and I got in there and kicked back, and it was cool. And I seen, I'm like, eyes getting heavy. I'm like, oh, no, sit back
since
up.
You're such a morning worker,
Yeah.
you probably go in the afternoon when it's nap time.
Exactly. Yeah, I go to a lot of matinees.
Yeah.
At night, I turn to a pumpkin. But
Yep.
but yeah, it's
and it's all part of it. We enjoy
deal.
our sci-fi fantasy movies.
And I'm glad they get because that's really the gateway for most of everything. 99.9% of the people that are going to be going through the doors of the Galacticon,
like I say, got through the gate of film.
they saw a movie that just opened them up to the whole world, and that's what
right.
it did. Yeah.
And I was a huge Jules Verne fan when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I read them all.
Yeah, they were and that's I would for hardcore sci-fi folks, go old school. Look in your history of sci-fi. Go read some old Jules Verne and some of the just research a lot of that stuff. Go watch movies about you know what? To be honest, the HBO documentary series From Earth to the Moon that came out I think in the 90s.
Wow.
With Spielberg and Tom Hanks. They of course it's about the Apollo program.
Right.
But they almost every episode they're tying Jules Verne into the inspiration and so you kind of get a peel back because while they're kind of I don't know what the term is in movie world where they're like foreshadowing the story with the Apollo stuff, but they're saying when they made the first sci-fi movie, Jules Verne going to the moon and how they did it there, and so they're comparing and contrasting the Jules Verne versus how NASA really did it. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and for this age group, it's Harry Potter and Star Wars.
Yeah.
And of course, Star Trek. I was a teenager when that came out.
Yeah.
And,
well, I just saw the time. It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah,
so.
I know. We could talk forever. And
Again,
Lord of the Rings. Have to get.
But any questions about Leadership Roswell Alumni Association Banquet or the Galacticon, reach out to Elaine here, 575-626-2640, or email condor@dfn.com.
Correct. So. And if you don't remember that, call the historicals.
Yeah, or call out here. We'll get it to you.
Yeah,
so.
There you go.
Well, thank you, ma'am. We'll see you. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
All right, it's 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, or Roswell, New Mexico.
In Taiwan and China's United Front Department. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
There's a recount looming in Pennsylvania's Republican Senate primary.
As the final results trickled in, GOP Senate hopefuls Dr. Mehmet Oz and David McCormick were still running neck and neck in their bid for the GOP Senate nomination to replace retiring PA Senator Pat Toomey. So close, even the counting of mail-in ballots is not expected to give either a greater than 0.5% edge, and such a paper-thin margin would trigger an automatic recount. Dr. Oz brings a celebrity name to the race. He also enjoys the endorsement of former President Trump, who sees Oz as having the party's best chance of winning in a general election. Bob Agnew reporting.
Two countries, Finland and Sweden, are knocking on NATO's door. The two countries formally applying for membership in the military alliance. President Biden will be hosting the Finnish and Swedish leaders at the White House tomorrow. There is a sell-off underway this morning on Wall Street. Right now, the Dow down 559 points. The NASDAQ Composite Index is off 230 points, a loss of 2%, and the S&P 78 points in the red. More on these stories at townhall.com.
I'm about to compare a pepper shaker to a cash-out refinance. Hang with me. You know when you're at a restaurant and they ask, would you like some fresh ground pepper? And then they crank that giant tube, but almost nothing comes out? For me, only a certain amount of time is socially acceptable to wait. I know that getting that pepper out might make my life better, but it just seems too impossible. And that's what we hear people say about the cash-out refinance. People realize that the value of their home has gone up like hot pepper the last few years, leaving all this extra money sitting inside their home. But is it too hard to get out? It's Ryan from United Faith Mortgage. If you're interested in cashing out the extra pepper in your home, we're good at doing all the work while you just sit back and relax. And often, your mortgage payment and years in the loan will stay the same. If you'd like to hear about your options,
we are United Faith Mortgage.
United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp. 25 Melville Park Road, Melville, New York. Licensed mortgage banker. For all licensing information, go to NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Corporate NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, North Dakota, South Dakota, or Utah.
Ukraine's president says efforts to evacuate troops from the Mariupol steelworks continue. Russia previously brought hundreds of exhausted Ukrainian soldiers out of the plant and into captivity.
We have
quite a significant moment in this war, a symbolic one as well, where the fighting, we understand, has stopped. Hundreds of injured fighters have been taken out over the past couple of days. What is going to happen to them is not yet clear. President Putin is saying he will follow international laws, they'll be treated accordingly, but his very MPs are presenting plans to treat some of them as war criminals, which would make exchanging them for prisoners of war an arrangement which has seen the fighters evacuated to date freed on such terms. That would make that very difficult. President Zelensky is now trying to negotiate the release of the remaining fighters, but has said it's going to be delicate and take time.
The BBC's James Waterhouse. News and analysis at townhall.com. A ransomware outfit that infiltrated some Costa Rican government computer systems has upped the ante.
The gang now says its goal is to overthrow the government. The Russian-speaking Conti gang attacked Costa Rica in April, accessing multiple critical systems in the finance ministry, including customs and tax collection. Other government systems were also affected, and a month later, not all are fully functioning. President Rodrigo Chavez declared a state of emergency last week over the attack as soon as he was sworn in. The U.S. State Department has offered a $10 million reward for information leading to the identification or location of Conti leaders. Keith Peters reporting.
The deadly crash of a Chinese jetliner in March, it was China's worst aviation disaster in close to 30 years, may have been intentional. That according to reports from some U.S. media outlets. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Javelin, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3. Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy middle of the week.
I was edging the chair.
Edging the chair.
Edgelord over here.
It sounds like a 90s skaters movie. Edging the chair.
Edging the chair.
Starring Christian Slater.
What is that one? Yeah,
Gleaming the Cube.
Gleaming the Cube, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Edging the chair.
That does sound like a Christian Slater joint.
It kind of does, doesn't it? With, let's see, who else could we put in that movie? With,
well, it depends on what time in the 90s, but Breckin Meyer was really big there for a minute.
Alicia Silverstone,
yeah. You see, now we're just recasting Clueless. Like Donald Faison, let's see.
Jack Black.
What's that one chick who kind of went crazy? The one who was the friend in Clueless?
Oh, Brittany Murphy?
No. She's, she was rolling with the homies until she rolled no more.
Yeah.
But no, the best friend. I don't have my phone on me.
I don't remember.
Say again? Yeah. Our guest is Googling because I don't have my phone on me.
Yeah, I don't know. No, there's something I was going to...
Stacey Dash, yes.
Oh, okay.
She sort of went a little banana pants crazy over the last couple of years.
Oh. Yeah. I'm trying to think, which one is that? I don't remember her.
She's the friend. She's the one who couldn't get on the freeway. You remember the one?
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
Oh my God, I saw this movie so many times. Oh, and here's the thing.
Oh, that one. Okay.
And here's the thing.
Now I know why I didn't want to say
So
it.
I was in broadcast journalism in high school, okay? and we had to do a program called Hey Watch This. We didn't have a lot of like stuff to use. The one thing we had was the Clueless soundtrack, and we used the bejesus out of that soundtrack.
You know what?
Everything had just like, we are young, we run free, we have tea, nice and clean. That I memorized that soundtrack because of broadcast journalism class.
Well, I will tell you this, from the angsty side of the 90s, the official movie soundtrack was
Empire Records.
Singles.
Oh, okay.
Singles.
All right. Let's say for a certain generation it was Empire Records, but I'll grant you Singles.
Yeah, Singles was more angsty. Like Empire Records is more bougie, mainstream.
Right.
If you're more angsty, I'm grunge, Kurt Cobain-y, then Singles.
I don't even know if now this is going to show my age versus yours. I don't even know if I've seen that.
The movie is bad and no one cares. It's a angst.
God, why is it whenever I don't bring my phone in here, I need it?
It's a bad Matt Dillon love story that is a bunch of 90s problems that no one cares about. It's a bad movie, and it does not hold up.
You just pretty much described every movie from in like the early to mid 90s.
Well, it's another one of those. This one just had a better soundtrack because it had Alice in Chains and various very good artists on the soundtrack. That's why it was more angsty.
You're right. Yeah. Empire was way more like pop.
Yeah.
Pop, but also pop with the angst.
Yeah.
It was angsty pop.
No. Singles was like
angsty grunge.
Like, grungy, but it's same story. Same story. Love story. Guy falls in love with girl. Girl, the whole spiel.
Yeah.
It's just the music.
Guy decides to try to save record store by gambling all the money away.
Except for instead of listening to more poppy stuff, they're listening to Alice in Chains Wood. All right, now that we learned the 90s in a nutshell.
I believe that song was called Wood, if I'm not mistaken.
There was a question mark.
Yeah.
And W-O-U-L-D. Yeah, no, not as in like tree wood.
Wood?
Yeah. Well,
Dave
pretty
Coulier.
much like if you were if you were mainstream, there was two Alice in Chains songs you knew back then. Rooster and Wood.
Yeah.
And Creep from Radiohead. Yeah, those were the three official 90s. I was not into that music.
Look, I was
but
here,
I knew
man.
the
I
music.
know the three. Yeah, that's a good point.
And then occasionally someone will throw in that stupid 311 Down song.
I wasn't too big on Down, but 311 was. I was into some 311 for
you
for
and Thomas are the only two people on the planet that care about 311.
I'm not gonna go to a 311 concert. This is okay. I'm gonna make this statement, letting you know that I wouldn't go to a 311 concert, knowing full well that coming up I'm going to a Macklemore and Imagine Dragons concert. Okay, those are my standards, and I'm not gonna go see 311. Macklemore and Imagine Dragons. The only reason I'm doing it is because it's on my birthday. It's on my birthday in Albuquerque, so I'm like, we got to do it.
And in all
Tickets are
fairness,
super cheap.
He was the first guy in line when Meat Puppets went on tour.
It's true. Love me some Meat Puppets. Mud Honey? Oh, dude, don't even get me started on Mud Honey.
I remember my brother was like, "You heard of these Meat Puppet guys?" And he got the tape and the whole nine, and I was like, "Meat Puppets,
Meat Puppets." Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
The only reason I knew the band Mud Honey is because of the movie Black Sheep with Chris Farley.
That's
David
right.
Spade.
They have a cameo in that. Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, Mud Honey. That's the only reason I know the band Mud Honey. But
Yeah.
it's saved me in a lot of conversation where I'm like, I have to sound hip.
There's another movie that did the exact same thing to Primus, and I don't remember which movie it is, where they did, "Ladies and gentlemen, Primus," and they got 5 minutes of Primus. And
I was
going
to say, well, they got big just because they were like the soundtrack to everything in the mid 90s.
Yeah.
All just like the random obscure movies. You'd hear their songs pop up.
Well, and they have unique songs, and they're movie worthy.
Big Brown Beaver, maybe one of my favorite off-kilter songs of all time.
Well, and again,
I got myself a Big Brown Beaver every day.
Back to 90s, if you were...
A lot of heavy bass in Primus.
If you were mainstream to know Primus, My Name is Mud and Johnny was a race car driver. And then after those two songs, no one knew a Primus.
Here's one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Name me one Presidents of the United States song that's not... Let me finish before you even take your breath.
That's not the one song.
Peaches.
There's no other song that exists.
I only know one, and I know this because it was growing up with my kid's mom's family.
Because he bought the single, and that was the other song on the other side of the tape.
It really was. It was the B-side. But the family that I sort of grew up with, they loved it, and it's called Kitty. And I remember it because the hook is kitty on my foot and I want to touch it. That's like the whole entirety of the song that I remember is kitty on my foot and I want to touch it. Down, 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 down.
That's it's got a hook.
Kitty on my foot and I want to touch it.
Right.
From the same people that brought you Millions of Peaches for me.
You know what that reminds me of? And then we got to move on.
We really do.
It reminds me of a bit from the TV show In Living Color.
Okay.
There was a bit where there was a blues soul man, and he goes, I've written over 1.2 million songs, and not one of them over 11 seconds long. He goes, I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. I wrote over 1 million songs, ain't one over 11 seconds long. Thank you very much. and then he'd be like, yeah, I've been doing these songs for years. People love them. They say, but why do you do these songs? And I said, I just love doing them. Matter of fact, I wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. I wrote all these songs just because I love doing them. Thank you very much. And that's the whole bit. And that's how
it never ceases to amaze me what that show would just. They were so high in the writer's room. They were, I don't know, 11-second songs. It's genius. I love it. That's great.
That was a whole bit. They did it multiple times. You know.
That's amazing.
So now I'm gonna think. Every time I think of presidents of the United States of America, I think of. Let me give you the run.
Yeah, you should. We've milked that one for all it's worth.
Now go YouTube that bit.
After this, immediately, yes.
It is 15 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let me give you the rundown real quick here. We're going to get you up to date with the weather. And then in just a few minutes, we're going to have, of course, Angie Moore join us here from the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. Also joining her will be Paul Moore. He's regional manager for the Alzheimer's Association here in New Mexico. So we'll chat with them and get an update about the chamber, and then, of course, talk more about Alzheimer's as well, the association. So that's coming up. Plus, we'll later on get you up to date with local news, along with your town hall business, Hannity, all that good stuff. So that's on tap. But first, let's take a look at your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of heat coming our way for the next few days. We have high pressure parked over central and eastern New Mexico. That'll take us into the upper 90s for the afternoon high today with lots of sun. For the overnight hours, we're expecting clear skies. We'll cool off to about 60, right around the 100-degree mark for the afternoon high on Thursday, and sunny. We'll stay in the upper 90s and fair Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently, let me scroll up here. There it goes. Currently 82 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 22%. Winds currently out of the north at 13, gusting to 22 miles per hour. Sunny, hot 98 today. North winds 10 to 15, even though it's gusting to 22 right now. Tonight, mostly clear with an overnight low of 62. South winds at around 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny, 101 tomorrow. South winds 5 to 10 in the morning. Out of the southwest, 15 to 20 tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, clear skies with an overnight low of 64. Winds up out of the southwest, 15 to 20, gusting as high as 30 miles per hour. Those winds will drop down 10 to 15 after midnight. Friday, sunny, hot. Once again, highs right around 100. Southwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour early, 15 to 20 for the afternoon. And then there's the weekend. I don't know what happens. I don't know if there's some wind that they're not telling us about, but we're going to go from 100 on Friday to 83 on Saturday. So I'm not complaining. I just don't know what's going to happen there, but that's what they're saying. And then Sunday going to be sunny, 84, and then a 20% chance of rain, showers and thunderstorms, not just thunderstorms with no rain, but showers and thunderstorms. 20% chance on Monday, mostly sunny, 91 for a high there. So we'll see. Don't hold your breath. All right, it is 17 minutes after 9 o'clock. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll talk chamber biz on the other side. Don't go away.
There's nothing like a good night's sleep. But if your old, worn-out mattress is keeping you up at night, then hurry to Glenn's Furniture and change your life. Glenn's carries Serta, the finest mattress in the world. Whether you prefer a traditional inner spring, a modern memory foam, or a hybrid that combines the best of both, Glenn's has the right size and right firmness in stock, specially priced and ready for free delivery. So don't lay awake another night. Head for Glenn's Furniture at the corner of Union and Alameda, making sweet dreams since 1953.
This is Luis Sanchez, your Republican candidate for Congress in New Mexico's 1st District. I grew up in Albuquerque in a small little trailer in the South Valley and was the first person in my family to go to college and live the American dream. I've worked in the medical field for 28 years and am one of the owners of Caliber's indoor shooting ranges. I'm running for Congress because I see that American dream slipping away from the next generation. Socialists like Melanie Stansbury and AOC have inflation out of control in this country, and we have the highest unemployment rate in the nation. And those radical socialists won't stop until our country is ruined. In Congress, I'll uphold our conservative values, fight for all of our freedoms, just like I did when the governor tried to shut down New Mexico's small businesses. I am asking for your vote early or on June 7th. I'll work hard to protect your constitutional rights, secure our elections, and fight for real immigration reform to secure our borders. It's time to take our state and country back. I'm Luis Sanchez, and I approve this message. Paid for by Sanchez for New Mexico.
Spin the wheel and save during the Wheels of Fortune savings event at Roswell Nissan, with prices slashed across the lot so you can spin a new set of wheels this summer, like a 2018 Ford Escape priced under 17 grand, a 2016 Jeep Cherokee priced under 16 grand, or a 2012 Infiniti G37 under 15 grand. Get a trip to Vegas and spin the wheel to win just for stopping by, a Home Depot gift card with a test drive, and a toolkit or grilling kit with any purchase. Spin in and save this month at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
A good night's sleep is so important. Did you know that proper sleep supports a healthy heart, decreases chances of weight gain, and boosts a positive mood? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher with Carabelli Dental. It doesn't matter your age, sleeping issues can make any of us reach for that all-day cup of coffee. If you know you are not sleeping because of severe snoring or sleep apnea, come visit us. We can make you a small oral appliance that will help you sleep better and live better.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental at the corner of 9th and Main in Roswell, or call 622-4455.
When you think of home health care here in Roswell, what's the first thing that pops into your head? That's right, Frontier Medical. We've been doing it better than anyone else for over 20 years. From in-home nursing to physical therapy and so much more. Doctors and hospitals from Albuquerque to Lubbock and everywhere in between have been trusting their patients to us here at Frontier Medical. So when it's time to make a choice, remember Frontier Medical. 575-627-1112. Frontier Medical.
to remember. I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Haha, now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning.
Fergalicious.
From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who you gonna call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit?
Fergalicious.
Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love.
Fergalicious.
All right, let's get out the old grocery list here. Let's see, eggs, milk, bread, insurance. I don't want to shop for insurance.
Fortunately, you don't have to. George Gandy Insurance is here for you, shopping and comparing rates from different insurance carriers to save you money, time, and hassle. Visit a George Gandy Insurance location near you today.
We keep you covered. George Gandy Insurance.
Carlsbad Main Street and the City of Carlsbad invite you to join us June 10th and 11th for Cavern Fest 2022. Cavern Fest kicks off Friday, June 10th at 6 o'clock with food trucks, vendors, and music headlined by Curtis Grimes. Saturday, June 11th starts at noon with music, vendors, and activities all day, capped off with Holly Tucker and headliner the Randy Rogers Band. Cavern Fest is free thanks to our sponsors, A.R. Foreman Construction, Carlsbad Chevrolet, XTO, and many more.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting him in there. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, of course, Andrew Moore, back with us from the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, and also from our Alzheimer's Association regional manager. This is, I guess, you kind of...
Southeast regional manager.
Okay.
So it's like Lee County, Chavez County, Eddy County, Lincoln County, Curry, Roosevelt.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
this is pretty much all of Southeast New
Mexico, yeah.
For the Alzheimer's Association here in New Mexico. Paul Moore with us as well. So good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How you
Thanks for
doing
having
today?
us. Pretty good.
Good deal.
So before I turn the microphone over to Paul, as always, I will give our quick update on the things that we're doing in the chamber.
Which is quite a few. It's getting, as the weather gets warmer, things get busier, people coming out.
You can tell people are done with COVID because they're getting out and they're getting stuff rolling.
Yeah.
So on the 19th, so tomorrow, the 19th.
It is tomorrow, isn't it?
I know. I had to check my watch. I was like, oh my gosh. We have a ribbon cutting for Gold Financial Services.
Nice.
They are located at 200 East 4th Street.
Do you need gold scissors to cut that ribbon?
Well,
we've
got silver. Well, we've got silver scissors with gold handle.
There you go.
So
I mean,
we're
if
kind
it's
of
a gold, I'm just.
That's right.
Kind of feels like the visual needs a gold pair of
and
scissors.
they're kind of doing a meet and greet grand opening deal as well. So from 4 to 7, we're going to cut the ribbon at 4, and then people can stay and meet the staff and see all of the wonderful things.
Looking for some financial advice, I'm sure they'll have a bunch of people there that would be willing to sit down and talk with you about
Absolutely.
that too. So, yeah.
And then Friday, the next day, we have a meet and greet with Jeremy Gay. He is running for Attorney General on the Republican side.
Okay.
From 5:30 to about 7, or as time dictates. If we've got a big crowd, he's willing to stay and answer questions as long as people are interested.
Good. Please
at the
do your
chamber.
homework and research and talk to these folks. Regardless of where you lean politically and all that stuff, the role of the Attorney General in the state of New Mexico is quite a powerful one.
Very.
And you want to make sure you do your homework and make sure that you vote for someone that really lines up with what you believe in, especially at Attorney General. There's a lot of power there. There's a lot of things that the Attorney General can do that, dare I say, even a governor can't pull off.
I was just going to say there's a lot of areas where the Attorney General is more powerful than our governor.
So come out to events like this, do your homework. Like I always say, I don't care who you vote for, but vote educated and go do that. So definitely come on out tomorrow night. What time is that starting again?
That's Friday at 5:30.
5:30. So come out and meet a Republican candidate will be running here in the June primary for Attorney General. So.
At the chamber. And of course, as always, we will have good eats and some beverages, adult and otherwise. So please come and be a part of it. And then next Wednesday, so a week from today.
Oh, real quick though?
Yes.
I got a pro move. If it turns out you don't like the guy, just go eat like the real most oniony thing that's on the list.
Oh, there you go.
And then go up and say, "Hi, how are you?"
There you go. I love it.
All right, sorry, continue.
No worries. And then a week from today, we've got our Sun State Cyber Security Lunch and Learn at the chamber.
Yeah, we had them on a couple weeks ago, the gentleman from Sun State. And trust me, if you're looking to beef up, how your business or your home, really, they can do both. Getting security for your computers, like especially if you have a business where you have multiple people in a network that's doing stuff. These guys are the ones that really keep an eye out and making sure hackers and you hear about all these global hackings and things.
Oh, yeah.
Target got hacked or so-and-so got hacked and things like that. This is a company that's kind of they're the future of stopping all those kind of things.
Absolutely. And they are the IT company we use at the chamber. And they have other organizations and companies here in the area. Their home office is based in Phoenix.
Yeah.
But they have an office here in the state.
I want to say, aren't they originally from like Four Corners area or something like that? Or did they always start in Phoenix?
They may have been.
Okay.
But since I've been
when
with
we were
them,
talking, I thought they said something about they kind of started up there in like Farmington area or something.
So they've got local people whenever we've needed somebody to come to the office. If they can't get down that day, they're usually down the next day.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
They're very prompt.
And of course, they can get in to your computer from their end. And
those guys explained how they have no personal lives, when they were here last time because they're busy.
Well, so since then, I have found this really cool podcast all about hacking and cybersecurity. And I think I want my next life to be a hacker. And of course, now my family.
You want to be the bad guy?
Well, you can be a good hacker and a
There's
bad.
ethical hacking, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're called black
You're
hats
gonna be like
and
the
white
Dexter
hats.
of hacking. Is that what you're gonna be?
And I'm like, ooh, this is kind of cool. Like, where was this job when we were kids? Oh, that's right, we didn't have
We didn't
computers
have
yet.
them, yeah.
It wasn't cool yet.
We did eight hours of code to play Hangman on an Apple IIc. That's what we had.
So that's what we've got going on in the next couple of weeks. And then this Saturday at First Baptist Church, the Alzheimer's Association is doing a seminar. And now I'll hand it over to Paul.
Oh, very good.
So this is going to be our first in-person seminar we've had since COVID.
Okay.
So it's been about 3 years since we've done anything like this.
Good.
And really, it comes back to the fact that we had our walk last year. You helped promote it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
absolutely.
that. And it was a very successful event. And because of that success, we have the funding to do something like this, where it's an all-day education event, starting at 9 o'clock, going until 3 o'clock.
Nice.
Lunch is provided, so we're going to feed everybody. It's free.
Right.
And
But
then
come out and this is probably geared towards families.
It's geared towards families and caregivers, right? So if you have someone in your family that's been diagnosed, or you are currently a caregiver, or you just were diagnosed, this will go through basically every stage of dementia.
Okay.
Explain how things change over time, and also just things you can do around the house to make it safe for your loved one. You know, when you have to start considering things like in-home care or maybe a facility or something like that.
Sure.
But we'll go through all of that and how to vet places like that and vet your nurses and stuff like that. So that's the goal.
Absolutely. Yeah, well, obviously, especially when the diagnosis first comes out, it's a whirlwind that hits you, and then after the initial shock of it, then you start getting flooded with the logistics of all of it, and that's where coming out to this event Saturday, it just could really. I'm not saying, it's going to make it to at least gives you a plan of action in some way that you can give as much quality of life while you have it for as long as you can have it, and here's the thing too, and I don't know if there's some of this that's going to be covered, is there's been in the last couple of years, there's really been great strides in the medical research for Alzheimer's and things. And so I feel like for the first time in a long time, like we may see a cure for Alzheimer's before, guys like you and I leave the earth. You know what I mean? Like it's a real thing, Like we always talk about cure for cancer, Now we might actually say, you know what? We can reverse Alzheimer's maybe. And how awesome would that be if we actually pull that off?
I mean, that's the end goal, right? Is to find more treatments and cures. I mean, there isn't any treatments or cures right now. There's that new one from the FDA that was approved, but that's only for early onset. Yeah. And it's only for early stages. It's more of a delay than it is like the disease will still progress over time.
Gotcha. But it's giving people more quality of life. But it's giving people
more quality of life, which was the goal, but it's a very specific subset of people that are diagnosed. It has to be early onset, has to be very early on in the disease progress. Later on in the disease,
but
it's not helpful.
Progress.
It's progress. That's the exciting part. Is the research is going.
So just obviously, as being with the Alzheimer's Association, you're kind of more plugged in on this than most of us here. Just your opinion. Do you think like at some point will it get to be a cure thing, or do you think it'll be a vaccine thing where like maybe as a kid you get an Alzheimer's vaccine and then we don't it goes away like polio? I mean, what do you think they're talking here?
There's multiple things on the horizon. So we get updates on some of the research that's going on, because a lot of when we do funding, there's two things it funds. There are things like this, education, and then a chunk of it goes into research. And there is a vaccine that's being worked on. It's still in the animal clinical trials, but it is shown to reverse damage from Alzheimer's.
Okay.
But again, it's very early, very, very early on. And then other drugs so it could be either, right? It could be drugs to help slow it down, like the ones we're working with now, and improving upon what was already approved, but trying to get something better, right? Because the initial one was just not as good as people would hope. Sure. And that's understandable because it's the first in a line of drugs.
That's how science works.
Yeah, that's how it works. It's not.
Trust me, kids. The first phone that came out didn't have all the bells and whistles of the phone that comes out now.
Right, my first cell phone was not so hot.
It was huge, like a brick.
But that's how science works. As we learn more, we can advance it. Yes.
Right, but there are things on the horizon. I'm hopeful that it runs in my family. That's why I got involved. And I'm hoping that even in my parents' generation, that hopefully they won't have to deal with it.
Sure.
I mean, that's where I'm at.
Well, and that's the thing too, is because, and this is the good thing, the money, the research, the what the Alzheimer's Association's doing. That's the huge strides to get over this. And because of that big push that the Alzheimer's Association, many people that do this kind of stuff, were able to learn more about, like, to be honest, for many years, causes of Alzheimer's, there's so many questions unanswered. And now we're starting to get some answers to those questions.
Yeah.
And so, like you're talking about family and things, we're starting to understand, is there family histories? And because really, at this point, you're like, well, how did we get this? Our answer is, we really don't know. There could be many ways.
Right.
We don't know.
And we'll cover some of that during the class on Saturday, too, is just some of the risk factors and things like that to know about. But yeah, that's actually still a good question. There isn't a specific genetic link we found yet, but it obviously has, if you have family history, your chances are increased. There's so many risk factors that go into it. But again, that knowledge base has greatly increased in the last 5 years.
And that's how we lick this disease and get, because it's the same thing with the breast cancer and all that, Susan G. Komen stuff. When millions of dollars are researching it, that means more people are doing work out there. And that's how it goes from maybe a small group of scientists working on a cure to now, we got a bunch of money involved. It's now worth the while of many more people. Right. So now you got maybe, instead of 20 scientists working on it, now you got 2,000 scientists working
and
on it.
that is the difference, right? It's unfortunately, it's just, we're still living you got to have money to do that research, and they're not going to take it up unless you can, make it work.
Exactly. And so that's really how we beat this. We really do. And so by supporting Alzheimer's Association, obviously come out for the informal things, but when it's walking season again here and it's time to participate.
I'll be back to promote walking season when we get there.
By you participating in that is your best way to combat Alzheimer's and we're saying here is, you're 20s now, but who knows? 20, 30 years ago, it might be you that get diagnosed with that. And hopefully by that time, in 30 years now, but good news.
Yeah.
It's a cure now we got some medicine here, and you can either live with this a long, healthy life, or we can make it eradicate altogether. We don't, wherever the future takes us here with this. But I'd like to say in 30 years, when you're a 20-year-old kid now running around, in 30 years, if you, God forbid, happen to get diagnosed with some of this stuff, we got some resources and treatments for you.
Right.
And so please participate. But in the meantime, families and unfortunately, Alzheimer's is a disease, dementia, all of the associated, is a disease of the whole family. Because to be honest, probably the person that's maybe not suffering as much as the victim is the actual patient here, because they don't know or understand. It's the rest of us that see the decline, that see when all of a sudden our father, our mother doesn't know who we are, or doesn't remember that we were just here yesterday, or whatever. That's hard for us to wrap our heads around, because we take it personally, and it's not personal at all. Trust me, the moments of clarity they have, they're probably beating themselves up on the inside because of the fact, how do I not remember my daughter? How do I not remember, you know what I mean? But that's why we gotta, and to be honest, the roles shift. The people in some of these cases that have been taking care of your butt for the last, 30 years or whatever, that role reverses to where now you're the one that needs to make sure that their needs are being met and taken care of. And that's a lot to deal with. And that's
exactly why we're having this.
That's why the meetings like this are there for. It's not. It's so much more about support for you, the family, and how do we all navigate this scenario that we don't want, but it's here.
Right.
We got to deal with it. We got to do something about it. How do we make this the best case scenario? And I think, especially if it's caught early, the onset. Obviously, there's a lot of things and deals that can help maybe slow down the process, things like that. But at the same time, it gives you, the family, more time to prepare.
Right.
To spend the quality time and do those, but also get affairs in order. To
have those conversations about power of attorney, have those conversations about,
because it's coming.
Legal issues. And we'll cover that too. And that's definitely one of those things that it's important early on. If you've just been diagnosed, having that knowledge of, all right, what do I need to do legally? How do I make plans financially? What's coming in the future? It's best not to live in denial once you have that diagnosis and just be like, well, we'll just see where this takes us. No, you want to start planning now.
Sure. And then and options for help and things. Like if you need to learn about hospice and all that kind of stuff, because at some point you may have to go down that route. How does that work? How does that happen? Because at some point, especially if you're like a lone caregiver, like if it's your mom or dad and you're pretty much the one doing all of it, at some point you're going to get overwhelmed. I don't care who you are or at some point your life and their life is going to get too much for you.
Yeah.
And you're going to need help. And that's where there's resources out there.
Absolutely.
And
at some point you're not legally going to be able to sign that paperwork and stuff.
And even though it feels right in every aspect, but if you didn't get your ducks in a row and get those power of attorneys done, you could make something that is actually relatively simple to do very, very, very difficult.
It's best to be proactive, and that's exactly why we do events like this, and we want to educate people.
So again, remind dates and times here for the meeting.
So it starts at 9:00. It's at First Baptist Church on 500 North Pennsylvania Avenue. That is on Saturday, May 21st.
Good deal. So is that this upcoming
Saturday? That's this coming Saturday.
There you go. Yeah, that's right, because it's already the 19th.
And lunch is provided, so don't worry. I know if you look at it, it goes until 3. I know that's a long time, but we got Los Cerritos catering. We're going to have some fajitas for everybody.
Nice.
It's going to be great.
So great food. And really, I mean, if you're a family member, bring all your family that's dealing.
Yeah.
If the person itself is still able and stuff, come bring them. Let them ask questions and learn more.
Yep.
But really, the family. That's because. Yep. If it's not already there, at some point the burden's going to shift.
Yeah.
And it's going to shift on the family, and we want to give you. As awful of a time it is for you, we want to make it as smooth and as pleasant as you possibly can. Because at the end of the day, it's all life. It's all a circle of life, and all the things we strive for, the love and all of that stuff. It all doesn't mean a thing if you aren't willing to put rubber to the road when life really needs that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when an Alzheimer's or dementia diagnosis comes down, that's one of those moments in life where you rally the troops, you get circle the wagons, and you find out, what do we do to help this person as best we possibly can. So,
right.
And that's what this meeting's to give you those tools. So again, this Saturday, First Baptist Church at 9
a.m. is when it starts.
Do they need to RSVP or anything?
It helps if you do. I will take day of comers.
Because if you're cutting into Cerritos tacos,
that's exactly it. It's mainly so if I need to order more food, I can. You can pre-register by calling our 800 number. It's 1-800-272-3900.
Okay. Or call the chamber if you don't have that.
Or chamber can get you the information as well.
Yeah.
And we have flyers around town. So if you see those, there's an email as well. But the 800 number is probably the easiest way. Just give them a call.
Very good.
I'm like, hey, I want to go to the event on Saturday. They'll put your name on the list, and I'll know how many tacos I need.
And I would imagine, too, if you want to get more involved locally here with the Alzheimer's organization helping planning, executing the charity events or being – because when they're not raising money, they're also supporting families here that are dealing with Alzheimer's. If they have questions or need resources, our local group right here, they're out helping those families get connected with those resources. So when they're not out trying to raise money for research, they're trying to help families make connected to those resources and things like that.
Basically, just describe my job.
Yeah.
There you go.
So if you'd like to volunteer and be a part of that, we got lots of opportunities there to do that.
We do.
So very good. Anything else on that side we missed?
No, I think we covered the event. That's the most important thing. I'll be back talk about walk once we get closer to that event.
Yeah.
Because that's the other half of it, the fundraising part. So.
Yeah. That's because to get the research you need the books. So we had that.
That's right.
Yep, that's how it works.
And then again, don't forget we got ribbon cutting tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Gold Financial, 4:00, 200 East 4th.
Yes.
And then Friday is our meet and greet with Jeremy Gay, who is running for Attorney General. I had the pleasure of having breakfast with him to meet him and see what was going on, and he asked if we would do a meet and greet. Perfect. And of course, I had forgotten who he was because I meet so many people that I'm like, come on to the chamber. We'll do an event for you. Sure, whatever.
And primary season can get kind of in the weeds a little bit.
So his people called me and was like, hey, we're following up. We want to do this meet and greet with Mr. Jeremy. And I was like, Jeremy, I don't know anybody named Jeremy. But I said I would do something, so okay. So we set up this meeting to go have breakfast, and I go to leave, and my husband's like, where are you going? And I was like, well, I'm going to meet with this guy named Jeremy. I have no idea who he is. Okay. And my husband's like, you're gonna get kidnapped.
That does sound like, he's got a panel van out back.
100%. And my husband was like, should I go with you? Because I can't. He had other things going on. And I was like, well, if you don't see me in about an hour, you probably need to find my friends and like figure out where I'm at. So as soon as he walked in the door at the restaurant where we met, I was like, I know exactly who you are.
I don't know.
So I immediately started texting everybody, not going to get kidnapped, totally cool, know what's going on.
Not driving panel vans, okay.
So FYI, if I ever do get kidnapped, that's exactly how it happens. Hey, little girl, you want to talk politics? Get in the back of this van. We got to go for a ride. Okay, let's go.
I got a debate in the van for you. Okay.
100% is that's how I disappear. So Friday, meet and greet. Please come. I know that we're in primary season right now. January. Oh my gosh. June 7th is our primary election day, but we are in early voting season.
You can early vote right now. Yeah.
And so right now is great to come in and meet this gentleman.
And I think at the moment it's just at the clerk's office. I think
Correct.
It'll open up at the mall here in a week or so.
In about a week or so.
Yeah.
And we'll have that stuff posted on our social media, on our weekly email. So be looking for that. And then, of course, next week we have our Lunch and Learn. So many opportunities to eat for free within the next week. You can eat for free to go learn all about dementia and Alzheimer's.
Sure.
Eat for free on Saturday.
And eat for free on Friday. I mean,
eat for free Friday,
play cards,
Saturday,
right?
Wednesday.
You got to pay for a meal in like a week.
That's right. That's right.
And remind me again the date and time for the Sun State meeting.
That is
lunch
Wednesday, the 21st from 11:30 to 1.
Gotcha. So 1 week from today.
1 week from today.
Very good.
And of course, we've gone through a bunch of stuff. You can always call 623-5695, 623-5695, or come by the chamber. Yeah. If you see one of our vehicles in the parking lot, we're there. We do keep the door locked at times when it's just one or two of us in the office.
For security.
But come by, ring the doorbell. We'll let you in.
Absolutely. And, of course, follow the Chamber of Commerce on Facebook.
Yes, please like
Instagram.
and follow Facebook, Instagram. I do more professional type things on LinkedIn. So we are in
less
those places.
Less professional than the others. Just kidding.
It just kind of depends.
We just call it
whatever.
It's fun.
Yes. More fun, less fun.
It's more business-like on the other. Here we cut up on the other.
More stuffy pants. I don't know what you call it. And then
it's like, okay, so Instagram and Facebook are like this show, and then LinkedIn is like Travis and Sexton at 10 o'clock. That's what it is like.
Kind of, because you got,
more serious.
people get a little more irritated when you be a little less stuffy.
Yeah, that's true. They don't like jokes sometimes there. But anyway, but yes, stay abreast of pretty much everything that's going on by following those there. And of course, and if you are a business or organization that wants to learn the benefits of becoming a chamber member,
come in,
come by and visit. Don't forget, you don't have to necessarily be a business in Roswell to be a member of the Roswell Chamber.
If you do business in Roswell, you should be a member of the chamber because you are doing something to help the community, and the chamber is helping the community. So if you do business, whether you reside here as your business or personally, you should be a member of the chamber.
And obviously the chamber kind of, adopts more of a territory of Chaves County than just Roswell.
Yes.
So obviously businesses and folks in Dexter, Hagerman, all of Chaves County, we're the Roswell Chamber serves you too.
Absolutely. We and like I said, if there's something we're not doing that you think we should, once again, contact us. Let us know, because I don't know what I should be doing if you don't tell me. And the opposite side of that coin works really well too. If I'm doing something really bad, come call me.
Sure.
I have parents, and I was 15 once. It's not going to hurt my feelings for somebody to tell me I'm not doing something correctly.
But yeah, absolutely. If that's, if questions, concerns, attaboys, all of it, take all the above.
Absolutely. So come see us. 131 West 2nd. Saturday is the Alzheimer's.
Yes, 9 a.m. At First Baptist Church.
Yep.
Come see Paul and RSVP. What's that?
So it's our 800 number, 1-800-272-3900, 1-800-272-3900. 3900.
Very good. And again, if you don't remember, reach out. And I'm sure if you look for Alzheimer's Association is it Roswell, Chaves County? There's a local.
There's the New Mexico chapter.
Okay.
But
shoot a message on that, and someone will get back to you.
And it's
about
all
that
over
too.
Facebook right now. The chamber has it up, so
Good
you'll be able to. If you have any questions, you should be able to find us.
Like and follow it there, and in between pics of your food, come and check those out.
That's right.
Come on.
Or your political rant, put that out there. So
That's
very
right.
good. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll
Thank
see you
you.
next time. And yes, we look forward to talking about Alzheimer's Walk here in the fall, and hopefully, unless they solve it by now and then we won't
that would
need
be
you.
great. I would love it.
That would be
The speed at which these things work, I don't.
So we're gonna have to cancel. We solved.
Unless someone gets one of those like monkey paws or something, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. So, but we look forward to seeing you in the fall here.
All right. Thank you.
Good deal. Thank you, guys. All right. It is 9:48. Let's go ahead and pause for news of the local variety, and then we'll hit you with some Hannity. Not literally, but figuratively. And then we will play our sports update and commercials to pay for my lunch. We'll be back. Don't go away.
Now for a Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. An Alabama man is facing a murder charge here in Eddy County after his arrest Sunday night. Deputies responded to an oil field site along Longhorn Road where they found Avery Weathers dead. Weathers had reportedly come from Louisiana. The gunman was identified as Tevin Morissette. Investigators said the pair had been together and drinking when the discussion turned to religion. An argument broke out. That turned physical. Then Morissette, police say, allegedly pulled a gun and shot Weathers. A Carlsbad man is accused of stealing 3 trained search and rescue dogs. Police say John Green broke into his ex-girlfriend's home, stole her car keys, and then took off in her vehicle. Police said Green allegedly took the dogs as retaliation against the woman. Green and the dogs have still not been found, and authorities believe the animals, one of which is pregnant, may be in danger. Green could still be driving the woman's maroon Ford Expedition. If you know anything, please call police immediately. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
No one should be held accountable for evil actions of individuals except for that depraved individual. You know, on this program, I've been saying this for years. Said the same thing about when the Unabomber, you know, when they found that he had Al Gore's Earth in the Balance book. I didn't blame Al Gore for the Unabomber, an environmentally conscious terrorist, as some described him. I didn't blame Al Gore for the psychotic actions of Ted Kaczynski. We condemn all violence. We deplore acts of hatred, bigotry. You know, you don't exploit the horrific loss of life for political gain. Democrats, and frankly, they should be ashamed of themselves. They're not. They have no shame. They'll do anything for power.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Now, whether you're moving into a new home or you just want to give your home a whole new feel, you can start with custom window treatments from Blinds.com. Now, Blinds.com, they have the selection and the expertise to help you customize your perfect window treatments. Plus, there's no showroom, no retail markups. Blinds.com, they can connect you with design consultants and local pros for installation. So shop Blinds.com right now. Save up to 40% off site-wide. That's Blinds.com, up to 40% off site-wide. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
The octopus and the squid both have 3 hearts. That's why they eat so many Tums. Here's Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Plenty of heat coming our way for the next few days. We have high pressure parked over central and eastern New Mexico. That'll take us into the upper 90s for the afternoon high today with lots of sun. For the overnight hours, we're expecting clear skies. We'll cool off to about 60. Right around the 100-degree mark for the afternoon high on Thursday, and sunny. We'll stay in the upper 90s and fair Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. How about the Hagerman guys at the recent 2A Boys State Track and Field Championship? Dorian Galvan, a senior for Hagerman, was first in the 400 meters, second in the triple jump, and third overall in the 200 meters. And Sebastian Morales, well, what a meet for Sebastian. He's a senior for Hagerman. He was first in the 110-meter hurdles, first in the 300-meter hurdles, and he was first in the triple jump. Wow, second in the long jump. Hey, did I say he had a great meet? Javon Aguilar, a ninth grader for Hagerman, second in the 200 meters, third in the long jump, and the Hagerman guys took first place in both the 4x100 and 4x400 meter relay events. David Chacon Jr. was second in the shot put. The sports report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Facing criticism that its actions have been far too little, way too late, the Fed chief elaborating on what the central bank will do to rein in inflation.
Chairman Jerome Powell says the Federal Reserve is determined to hike short-term interest rates in order to help bring down prices. It's a high-stakes effort that carries the risk of causing an eventual recession. Powell told a Wall Street Journal conference that what we need to see is inflation coming down in a clear and convincing way. And he said, we're going to keep pushing until we see that. Greg Clugston, Washington.
Inflation and higher costs have battered Target's bottom line, causing shares of the retailer to plummet. It is a record for prices at the gas pump. For the first time, gasoline prices averaging at least $4 a gallon in all of the 50 states, according to AAA. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
From the mountains to the lakes and even the beaches, America is calling, and the best way for your family to see it is in an updated vehicle from your friends at the Tailgate Nation. Roswell Ford has southeastern New Mexico's largest inventory of really nice pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. These are vehicles you can count on to carry your family safely and comfortably from sea to shining sea. All have survived a rigorous 139-point inspection, and Roswell Ford gives you a 3-day money-back guarantee. So if you find something you don't like, you can just bring it back. Roswell Ford is always looking for gently used cars and trucks. If you have one you want to sell, we'll make you a cash offer on the spot, and we'll give you a week to think about it. So get your motor running and head on out to the highway. Vacation season is here, and your friends at the Tailgate Nation have the vehicle you need to see the sights and do it right. Your new vacation vehicle is waiting for you now at Roswell Ford at the corner of 9th and Main.
When you're not feeling well, the last thing you want to worry about is how soon you can get in to see your healthcare provider, or even finding a provider if you don't have one. Well, now you can feel better, knowing that the Loveless Healthcare Center in Roswell offers appointments for when you're not feeling well, or for checkups, annual exams, or any chronic issues that need attention. To schedule an appointment or to find a new healthcare provider, call 575-625-3222 today.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor and a PTO Quick Connect that hooks up rear implements with a single click. John runs with us because to him, there's nothing more important than connecting with the land. Nothing runs like a Deere. Hear John's story at Deere.com.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Sure, you can inspect your own roof, get out that rickety ladder, crawl around up there and try to spot the problem until... Or you can call the experts at Do Right Roofing. Do Right Roofing has quality products for any type of roof. They can even install seamless gutters. Do Right Roofing will inspect your roof and give you a free estimate fast. Keep your feet on the ground. Call Do Right Roofing today.
575-623-2273. Let Do Right do your roof right.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
The tool used to measure your feet at the shoe store is called a Brannock device. The person that measures your feet at home for no reason is called a creep with a foot fetish. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:58. I just whacked myself when I was putting my headphones on. I whacked my glasses. And there's nothing, for glass wearers, you know this. There is nothing more annoying than when you try to adjust your glasses or take off or move and you accidentally get a finger on any portion of the lens, because there is no forgiving eyeglass smudges. Like, you can breathe on it funny and you got a smudge on eyeglass. And it's only, like, if I'm trying to do that in any other world, it's very forgiving. But the moment I look at my eyeglasses funny, see, there's a smudge right there. I just accidentally touched it. And I hate that. And yeah, they have some good stuff that clean you. The little wipes are pretty good. I use the moist towelettes, but I have to have a certain ones because certain brands of those are cheap and they make it with a real rough paper. And I actually think it scratches the lens more than it cleans the lens. But man, I'm telling you, I'm sure eyeglass wearers are commiserating with me right now. But yeah, you just don't want to touch it. Just upsetting. You wrecked my day, especially after you just wiped them, cleaned them off, and then you put them on, you accidentally get a smudge. Oh, makes me furious. All right, we're about to go. If you missed any part of our show, I invite you back and check it out at your leisure. We're going to get John from Oasis. He's going to join us next week. We got him. He called and realized he missed his interview time today, so we're going to get him on next Wednesday. Elaine Mayfield joined us in the 8 o'clock hour from Leadership Roswell Alumni Association. They've got the big 2022 Community Leaders Awards Banquet happening June 23rd, 6:30 p.m. at the VMV Hall at New Mexico Military Institute. Call 575-626-2640. Get tickets for that. Go back and check out the interview there to learn more about that. We also talked a little Galacticon with Elaine there as well, too. So if you're looking for information about Galacticon, which is happening during this year's UFO Festival here in the Convention and Civic Center, you'll